All right, I'm back at action here, bottom of the first inning, as Marinette, the host team, only allowed one hit in the first inning.
And it's a little minor jam for Sawinski, but always nice to leave that runner 90 feet away, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Did a great job there. And a bunt single. He advanced third after stealing second, then a base hit put him over there, or a fielder's choice put him over at third. First pitch here from Alex Hood is a little low and outside for ball one. As Alex Hood playing catch with the catcher, Peyton Hood. And the ball squirted away from him, and it'll roll towards the third base coach for Marinette. As James Jagielski, the starting center field. The center fielder will step in. You have a 1-0 count on him, the windup, and the pitch. A little high and outside coming from Alex Hood. And Germantown out of Western Kentucky winning their state tournament. A windup in the pitch again for Hood, a little high and outside, throwing a little bit of heat out there. But 3-0 to start this one off. Maybe a little nerves. 600 miles they had to drive to get here, kid. A long way to go. The windup and the pitch. This one catches the inside corner for strike one, a 3-1 count.
And this place was packed last night for the opening ceremonies, and also a picnic prior to that.
A windup in the pitch, and this one drew the walk a little high and outside. So a base on balls for James Jagielski to give the Marines a runner. And Pete Hood will walk on and have a conversation with Alex Hood, tell him to calm it down a little bit. Alex bringing a lot of heat out there. Just missed on that last one. So stepping up now for Marinette is Spencer Hipke. Hood from the stretch will check the runner, and he'll quick throw back, and Jagielski's back in time. No need to get dirty. He's only about a three-step lead for the young Jagielski. As Alex Hood back on top of the hill. And he'll zip this one a little low for ball one. And 1-0 is the count. Tall right-handed pitcher is Alex Hood. Working against the right-handed batter of Hipke, starting right fielder for Marinette. Looking at the runner again, will not throw it, said he'll deliver. A swing and a miss. Coming from Spencer Hipke, actually tipped it off. And he goes to the back of the fence. Matt Osterberg on deck, hustles it down. And he'll take it back to the batter's circle. Get Hood down, back on top. Release this one. A little slow curveball. And it's upfield by the first baseman. Hit, fielder's choice, double play, and he's not there in time, but they do get the lead runner. And James Jagielski, who was out in the fielder's choice, Spencer Hipke, a chopper to first. And the relay back to first, nowhere in time as Hipke gets there. But the first down is a fielder's choice. As Jagielski got on base on balls. Now stepping up will be Matt Osterberg, the starting first baseman. Or Matt Osterberg, yep. Starting first baseman for Marinette. Left-handed batter. First pitch right down the pipe called strike one. So one away here, bottom of the first inning. We are scoreless. On your hometown radio station, 103.7 and BayCitiesRadio.net. As Peyton Hood gives the signs to Alex Hood. Quick throw back to first, getting dirty as Hipke. They're in plenty of time. His mom will have to wash his pants now tonight. As they watered down the field before they took it down, it looks great here. Keeps the dust down. Great day for baseball. Quick throw back to first again. He's in just in time. As Hipke lays out getting dirty. Putting the tag on him is Danielle Ryan. There's a little bit late in the quick release from Alex Hood. Hood checks him again. Back on top. And here's the delivery. This one a little bit high and outside. As we have an even count, 1-1. And one away here. Kid, if we have any Western Kentucky listeners, need to warn them about our Uber accents up here. Get picked on quite a bit down there. Here's the windup in the pitch. This one's a swing and a miss coming from Osterberg.
If that goes both ways there, Josh.
Yeah.
if we're picking up their broadcast.
Back on top of the hill is Alex Hood. Quick release back over to first, and just in time getting back is Hipke. Trying to catch him off guard. But Hipke getting dirty.
And pretty good move by that lanky right-hander, too. Nice quick move over to first.
Yeah, very quick. You know why they're the state champions in Western Kentucky. Swing and a miss again on the delivery. Going down swinging is Matt Osterberg for the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. The runner still on, Spencer Hipke. On first base, now checking him is the cleanup hitter, And Thomas Swinski, the starting pitcher this evening for Marinette. A right-handed batter. He'll step up and await the delivery from Alex Hood. Big lead coming from Hipke off of first. The delivery. A little low and outside for Alex Hood. Ball one. That game started earlier this morning. I believe this is the eighth or ninth game today. Both fields running. Peterson Park and Hassfield right next to us. Quick throw back to first. Daniel Ryan is back in time. Or Daniel Ryan puts a tag on Hipke, who was back in time. A little bit of a breeze cooling things off. About 72 degrees on my way in here. Next pitch, a little low and outside. Oh, no, late called strike. Yeah, evened up the count at 1-1, I believe. And back over as Alex Hood. Look back, said he'll deliver. A swing and a foul tip off the mask of Peyton Hood. And I'll make it a 1-2 count. And two-way here, bottom of the first inning. As Peyton Hood will step up and have a few words with Alex Hood. Don't know if they're brothers, cousins, non-related. Yeah, don't know. This level, a lot of times you have some brothers and cousins playing. You know, it's an all-star team for, you know, the area. Just like Marinette here, they probably had a couple teams. You know, pick the top players and throw them together.
And the home plate ump out to talk to the pitcher briefly there. Not sure what that was all about.
And now we're ready to go.
Maybe buying some time for the catcher, or for himself.
And Alex Hood now back on top. Checks the runner in Hipke again. Oh, waiting the delivery for Hood. And Hood release. A little bender. Quick steal down to the right side. He should be in there, and Spencer Hipke is there. A high throw from Peyton Hood. Curveball bounced off the dirt. Good pick by Peyton. The throw a little bit too high for Danielle Fisher, but the stolen base coming from Spencer Hipke. So we've seen two stolen bases already today. One from Germantown and one from Marinette.
And both teams have had a runner in scoring position here in the first.
And the delivery from Alex Hood, a little bit low and outside to draw another ball. We have a full count coming up here for Tom Sawinski. So Sawinski, the cleanup hitter for Marinette. Awaits a pitch, swing, and a high hit ball. And it's going to travel out of play down the right field line, well out of play, towards the bullpen here for Marinette. And he will get a look at another one. A little behind that one, dip the shoulder, and put it out of play. I'll come back to a full count, 2 away for Sawinski. Is Alex Hood at the fresh ball. Well, they're going to put the game ball back in play. And the lucky fan helped them out and threw that one in right away. So Alex Hood has a call from Peyton Hood now. That's what he likes. And he'll just step off the mound with a big lead coming from Spencer Hipke off the second. No one's holding him on, so Hipke's taking advantage of it. Now Hood will climb the hill. The delivery. And a little late called strike backwards K. Nip that high outside corner, and Tom Swinsey goes down looking for the third out here in the first inning. So your score at the end of the first, Germantown 0, Marinette 0. Top of the second coming up.
All right, and here we go with more sponsors for this evening's game here on Hometown Radio. They include Johnston Furnace Corporation, located 2 miles west of Marinette on Highway 64, providing service for heating and cooling in the surrounding area. And they're celebrating 45 years in business as of this year, and they're a proud supporter of local athletics and local athletes. And again, they are Johnston Furnace Corporation of Marinette. Also, Country Inn and Suites located in Marinette, and a great destination for leisure and for business alike. And you can visit countryinns.com and choose Marinette. Also, Value Care Pharmacy. Visit Steve and his crew over there, and also download the app for the easy ordering on your smartphone and also on your tablet, located on Main Street in downtown Marinette. Again, that is Value Care Pharmacy. Again, some of the sponsors helping us to bring you action here tonight, along with also Kowalski Construction, and beautify your home. And what you can do is get power washing, also staining, and also Just one set to go here, and also painting, and call for a free estimate, 715-927-3141. And once again, here's Josh.
All right, thanks a lot, kid. Tom Swinski back onto the mound for Marinette as Danielle Fisher steps up. And the release a little bit of high and outside coming up for Swinski with a 1-0 count here, top of the second inning. As Germantown left a 1 on the top of the first, they had 1 hit. And Swinski steps up for the next one. This one's a little high to make it 2-0. So Tom Swinski from the windup. As Brendan Wenson had a bunt single in the top of the first. And here's a delivery. This one's a little too high to make it a 3-0 count. Let's see if Danielle Fisher has a green light here. The number 5 batter for Western Kentucky. The starting shortstop, the delivery, he walked him. This one goes past Travis Walk. Walk hustles it down to the back of the fence, but Danielle Fisher in no hurry to get on the first base, so he won't attempt to go to second. So the leadoff batter is on with the walk. Danielle Fisher. It's Alex Hood, a right-handed batter, will now step up for Germantown. That's Hood, the starting pitcher for Western Kentucky. As Tom Swinski off the mound right now, awaiting the sign, and Alex Hood gets a sign from his third base coach. With Danielle Fisher getting a good lead off of first. And Swinski looks at the runner, and he'll deliver. The runner goes high pitch, walk, gun down off line, and trying to get him on second base, but a nice easy steal coming from Danielle Fisher. As these Germantown ball players, they are aggressive on the base paths. The second stolen base this evening, and we're already in the top of the second inning. As now stepping back in there is Alex Hood, as we await Tom Swinski. The delivery from Swinski. Breaking ball a little low for Travis Walk to scoop that one off of the dirt, but good pick for Walk. As we have a 2-0 count. See if Swinski can settle down a little bit here with 6 straight balls. Big lead coming from Fisher. And the delivery, and this one nipped the elbow of Alex Hood, and he will walk in over to first base with the hit by a pitch. As now Tom Swinski back on the mound, now with 2 runners on first and second. No way here, top of the second inning.
The second baseman, Neil Hancock.
The Ohio Valley Regional 15 and under baseball tournament, Babe Ruth baseball tournament, the winner to the World Series, which is in Washington. Tom Swinski back on top of the hill for the host team in Marinette. The delivery from Bender, and a nice bunt right down the right field line, picked up and gunned over the head of the first baseman to the right field. It will go. 1 run is in. Trying to track it down is going to be Spencer Hipke to the right field. The other run winding to third base. The throw will be cut off by the first baseman with 2 runs to score on the air. A nice bunt dropped right down by Neil Hancock. Swinski picked it up and tried to throw it down to first baseman over the head of the right fielder. 2 runs to score on the air. And then the bunt single, or the bunt, advances Neil Hancock all the way to second.
Yeah, just trying to lay down the sacrifice bunt to get 2 guys in scoring position, and said they both score on that play.
So in the air, it's 2-0 quickly, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled off by Zach Jones, who's quickly in there. The starting first baseman. I'm sorry, the third baseman. With Neil Hancock now on second base. Showing a small lead. Swinski checks him and the delivery. Another bunt right back over to Swinski. He'll not throw it to third, so he'll take the out at first in the first one, as Neil Hancock was already 3/4 of the way down there. But he advances on the sack bunt. And that's the first out here in the top of the second inning. And now stepping up will be the extra hitter, Jacob Kalflesh.
That hitter, the extra hitter, Jacob Kalflesh.
So Kalflesh steps up, number 34. The right-handed batter with a runner on third base and a Neil Hancock. 2-0 right now in Germantown. The delivery. A little bender heads high and outside for ball 1. Just missed for Swinski. Yeah, 2-0 Germantown. Both teams scoreless in the first inning. And Swinski back on top again, gets a cough walk. The delivery, this one's picked. It was in the dirt, but a good pick this time for Travis Walk. little low for Sawinski, trying to throw that fastball and hit that outside corner. Timeout called, and they're going to have a little discussion on the mound. Calm him down a little bit after that bunt error that scored 2 runs. That went from not Zach Jones, but it was actually Neil Hancock. As the bunt actually looked like it was going to roll foul, but it stopped right on the chalk. And Sawinski picked it up and tried to fire one over the head of his first baseman. That's how the 2 runs scored.
And those extra outs that you give teams will kill you every time. And here it is, 2 runs in already, as mentioned, Josh, and just 1 out, and a runner just 90 feet away from plating the 3rd run of the inning for Western Kentucky here.
Jacob Kalfish back in the batter's box with his Red Sox, ready to rock and roll. Pitch is thrown, and it's hit high in the air, straight up out of play. Right behind the backstop. Puts a count at a 2-1 mark. With a 1 away here in the top of the 2nd inning. In Hancock, big lead off of third base. Now being held on by Nick Day, the third baseman. And here's the delivery, a little high. For the 3rd ball, a 3-1 count now. Facing the extra hitter in Jacob Kalfish. So Kalfish steps right back into the batter's box. Gets a nod from his third base coach. As Sawinski back on top of the mound. Here's the delivery. And this one is a little bit outside, and he walked him. So Kalfish, base on balls. Runners at the corners now for Germantown. And now the number 10 batter,
Chase Schneidmiller.
Trace Schneidmiller, the left fielder for Germantown. Here's the delivery. Showing bunt, and is a little high thrown. But he took a stab at it for a called strike 1. Well, 4 batters now showing bunt for Germantown. One of the 10 hitters they've seen.
And no hits in the inning, but still 2 runs and runners on the corners.
The delivery from Sawinski. High breaking ball. Ball 1.
But you factor in a couple of walks, also an error and a hit by pitch, and there you go with the 2 runs.
Yeah, this level of competition, this far down past the state tournament, really no room for error.
And this is danger territory here with the top of the order waiting on deck.
The delivery from Sawinski, high curveball bobble this time by Travis Walk. And the runner will advance from first to second. As a steal was on, but Walk wasn't looking to throw down as he's trying to keep the runner at third, and Neil Hancock. And that's Tom Sawinski now. Back on top. From the stretch. Checks the runner's delivery. This one's hit right down the third baseline, picked upfield by the third baseman cleanly. He'll gun it over to first. The pick bobbled, and he's safe at first. 1 run scores, another one advances to third. And Schneidmiller will be safe at first on the air. Osterberg tried to stretch out for it, tried to pick it, and he bobbled it. That will be the 2nd error of the inning for Marinette. Neil Hancock scores for Germantown to go up 3-0. First pitch, this one is going to be a pass ball. The next runner will score on the windup from Sawinski. They're not looking at the other runner who's going to take it to third. Third baseman bobbles the ball. He's up, though, and the runner will stay at third, and Jacob Kalfish. I'm sorry, and Chase Schneidmiller stays at third, but Jacob Kalfish scores on that one for the 4th run of the inning for Germantown, Western Kentucky. As Bradley Wilkerson is up.
Yeah, 4 runs in, Josh, and no hits, and just 1 out, and now you're dealing with the top of the order.
And Wilkerson grounded out to second in his first at-bat, the starting center fielder, left-handed batter. And Tom Sawinski, now the runner at third. He'll drill this one right down the pipe for a called strike. It's 1-1. And Sawinski back on the mound. And looking from the stretch. Nice breaking ball, a little bit too low. That'll be ball 2. 2-1 coming from Tom Sawinski. Checking runner right now with Chase Schneidmiller. And stepping up, Swinski, his delivery a little bit low again for ball 3. Again, if you're listening outside of the listening audience, spread the word. BayCitiesOnline.com is where you can find us in the World Wide Web down in Western Kentucky. The delivery and the pitch, chopper going towards second base, picked up there and bobbled, and it goes through the legs. One run is in, and another error called the Marines, or called the Marinette. Got to correct myself there, Kit. Marinette Marines is the high school team, and this is a 1500 crew. Babe Ruth, the Marinette team. Another run has scored here in the top of the second inning for Germantown, Western Kentucky. I don't know if they're going to give Wilkerson and reaching on in the air or a base hit. Tough play. They're going to give him the base hit here, the official scoreboard. And squaring the bunt is Brendan Wayne-Set. And he took a stab at it, and it's a strike one with him going for it. He missed it. Really hit the first hit.
Yeah, first
of the inning.
That's right. Second hit of the game for Germantown. But like I said, first of the inning.
And a quick throw back, and they get him sleeping at first base. Bradley Wilkerson took a little bit of a lead, but a quick throw by Thomas Swinski to check him, and he gunned him right there. A nice take for Matt Osterberg, and to hold on to the ball and take him as Wilkerson dives into it. So the first hit here of the inning, but he gets him out. And that's actually the first out here of the inning, the second out of the inning. As Tom Swinski now back on top of the hill. The delivery a little low, and Travis Walk will hold on to it to even the count up at one apiece here. 2 away, top of 2, but 5 runs in here in the second inning for Germantown.
And take care of this guy and then try to chip away in the bottom of the second.
And the delivery a little outside from Tom Swinski. As Brendan Wainson had a bunt single in the first. Stole second, then he was left stranded at third. The delivery. This one catches the outside corner, I believe, for called strike. And tough to see here. I believe it was a strike. Next pitch, no, it must have been a ball because they just walked him. Thought that pitch looked pretty good, but base on balls for Brandon Waynesat. And now the third batter, Peyton Hood. Number 3 batter, the catcher. Number 9 for Germantown. Peyton Hood steps up, runner on first base. And Waynesat. Quick throw back, and he's in time for Waynesat. He'll get his jersey dirty. And 5-0 Germantown. Tom Swinski back on top of the mound. Quick throw back to first again. He's safe. Diving right back in, getting dirty, is Waynesat. He stole second base. Last inning also. The speedy number 2 batter. Big lead here. Nice pitch, a little low. Leg called strike. Tell you what, the pitch comes, the batter steps out of the batter's box, and then the umpire waves strike. A little slow, but
you got to wait on your call there, John.
Yeah, I guess I do. 1-1 to count. Curveball a little inside, leaving it up at 1-1. Coming from Tom Swinski. As Payne Hood back into the batter's box. Quick throw back to first, and he's safe again as Swinski trying to get that out at first base as he picked off Wilkerson, the previous runner. But Payne Hood back in there, back in the box. And Swinski, his delivery. And the runner goes, and Travis Walk gets a throw in the air. Did he catch him in the back of the melon? And he did. Hit him in the back of the helmet. A high throw, but putting the take on him is Kevin Charlesworth. And Brandon Waynesat is caught stealing for the third out here in the second inning. So 5 runs are in on only 1 hit, but a handful of errors on the Marinette team. They got 3 errors and 1 left on base. At the end of 1.5, it is Germantown 5, Marinette 0.
And also a couple of walks and a hit batter in that inning too didn't help the cause. And well, of course, thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you action here tonight on Hometown Radio. They include Among them is State Farm Insurance Brent Narrett, serving both Wisconsin and Michigan. Also, Cousin Subs and Piccadilly Pizza, and better bread, better subs, better pizza, and now with online ordering at cousinsubs.com. Risewood's Insurance Agency also helping us out here this evening. They're in Marinette, and they'll hit your service out of the ballpark. Again, that's Risewood's Insurance Agency in Marinette. Also, Lithocrafters Printing, located on State Street in Marinette, and the people to do business with. Again, that is Lithocrafters Printing. Also, the Peshtigo Corral, and enjoy daily specials 7 days a week, located on Front Street in Peshtigo. See Aaron and his crew over at the Peshtigo Corral. Also, Kowalski Construction, beautify your home with power washing, also staining and painting. A call for an estimate. The number is 715-927-3141. 715-927-3141. So again, Germantown puts up a crooked number in the second, 5 runs, and Marinette with their second plate appearance here in the second inning. Some work to do, Josh.
Got to do down by 5. Now, one thing here, kid, these are 7-inning ball games, and it's a 10-run rule, I believe, after the 5th inning, and they put up 5 on you in the second inning. You need to get some runs back here, otherwise it's going to be a quick one here tonight for the host team.
That puts the pressure on, that's for sure.
But we've only seen 4 batters. Only 3 out so far for Marinette, and step out will be the number 5 batter, Chase Grabowski, the starting left fielder. And the quick delivery coming from Alex Hood, a little inside, for called the ball 1. And Grabowski back in there. And for the second delivery coming from Hood out of the windup, ball 2. This is getting his first look at Alex Hood. Tall right-handed pitcher, the delivery. And this one is a strike at the outside corner. We get a 2-1 count.
And Chase, the son of Dan Grabowski, who we talked to on the pregame show.
And the next pitch, hit up high, and the catcher trying to track it down. It goes out of play. And it hits bleachers right behind the home plate.
A couple of years ago, Chase did some job shadowing at the radio station. Hopefully we steered him in the right direction to not go in this direction.
Yeah, exactly right.
We'll see.
He's going to face a 2-2 count here. The home team tonight, having the host team, and also the home team up there on the scoreboard, wind up coming from Alex Hood. The delivery and a swing and a miss coming from Chase Grabowski for the first out. Third strikeout of the game for Hood. Here in the bottom of the second inning. And now the catcher, Travis Walk, will step up to the mound. And Alex Hood gets set. Has a call from Peyton. Here's delivery a little high. A little high and nearly over the head of Travis Walk for a ball 1. 1-0 the count. As Alex Hood's wind up again. This one's a little inside on Travis Walk to make it a 2-0 count. And we had a great night for baseball here. Upper 60s, low 70s, a little bit of a breeze. Cannot complain about this one here on a Thursday evening. Swing and a miss. Foul tip by Travis Walk back over to the fence. That one will send. As Nick Day, who's on deck, will go and help him out. That loose ball, and he'll walk up there when he heads up over to the box. The delivery from Hood right down the middle for a called strike 2. 2-2 for Travis Walk. And the delivery again coming up from Alex Hood. This one a little low and outside. So filler up that count, 3-2. As Alex Hood quickly has a call from Peyton Hood. And the wind up in the delivery again. This one's a swung and foul into just past the dugout for Marinette. The people running this tournament doing a great job of, communicating, kid. They have the Facebook page. You can log on to the Facebook, get all the updates. They set up a Twitter account, OHV Marinette 14. They've really been on top of things running the show here. And the payoff pitch a little low, and he walked him. So based on balls, Travis Walk will head him down to first base. Yeah, so if you're sitting at work, wherever you are over in this region, score updates. They've been throwing them on the Facebook page, on the internet, everywhere. Technology these days.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Marinette Youth Baseball always does it right, without a doubt. Dave Franker and Ken Kostelecki, everybody else involved, does a super job.
And a lot of volunteers helping out with this as well. I mean, it's not overnight this field gets put in the shape that it is. In between games, they're watering it down, making sure everything is clean. All the players have the water they need and the refreshments, and every spectator, every visitor, a lot of stuff goes into this. First pitch in the dirt, and picked. Good job by the catcher, Peyton Hood. 1-0 the count on Nick Day, number 35, starting third baseman for Marinette. His first at bat tonight. Alex Hood's wind up the delivery, swung on by Day, and it's fouled back to the fence. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. Yeah, nice little crowd on hand here tonight. Of course, it is the host team, but a lot of other players still here, and fans and family from the visiting communities that have come into this one. Timeout on the mound, and they're going to talk things over again.
Probably doing a little scouting as well. Why not? And see what your competition is like. And it's a beautiful night for baseball, so stick around the ballpark. And tomorrow's forecast looks pretty good as well. First threat of rain a little bit perhaps on Saturday, so we'll see what happens there.
I heard that's the only worry is the forecast is calling for a little bit of rain on Saturday and possibly Sunday. The good thing about this field is it does take a pretty good beating for a shower. You can still play in the rain. Just when you feel a torrential downpour, obviously you're not going to play out there, or lightning. But, a nice shower, the field drains really well. That's one of the reasons why Marinette is picked for these tournaments like this. A lot goes into it, and it's one of the better fields in the area. One of the best fields, I'll say, in the area. This one's hit sharply towards short. It's picked up there. A high throw over the head of the first baseman. Advancing to third now is going to be Travis Walk. And on the wild pitch, the wild throw, Nick Day will advance to first base on the air by the shortstop. So an E6. And Travis Walk will advance all the way over to the third. So runners in the corners now for Marinette with only one away here in the bottom of the second inning. Marinette down by 5. It's 5-0.
And first error of the night for Germantown. See if Marinette can capitalize on that.
And Tyler Olson, the Marinette extra hitter, will step up to the plate. Here's delivery. A big swing and a miss coming from Tyler Olson. So Day at first, Travis Walk on third. Here for Marinette. Chance to get rid of that 0 that's up there on the board. Germantown's delivery. Another swing and a miss coming from Tyler Olson.
And Hood's got 3 Ks already, and he's bearing down against the bottom of the order right here, trying to get a big strikeout with just 1 out and runners at the corners.
And here's delivery. Breaking ball got him a swing in. Tyler Olson goes down on 3 straight pitches. So a second out here in the bottom of the second inning with runners in the corners. Stepping up now, Kevin Charlesworth, the starting second baseman for Marinette. And it's Alex Hood. And Peyton Hood, the catcher. Peyton steps up and gives some hand signals to the infield. See if that means anything here. Alex Hood back on top of the hill. And his delivery. Nice pitch right down the middle of the plate, called strike 1. So 0-1 quickly on Kevin Charlesworth. Alex Hood, the delivery again. Same spot, called strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on the number 9 batter in Charlesworth for Marinette. So runners in the corners here for the host team. Here's a delivery. Breaking ball swung and fell back over to the fence for Kevin Charlesworth. Keep the count at 0-2. And on-deck batter and Eli Craw tracks it down off the fence. Your delivery swung and hit sharply. Line drive right at Alex Hood, and he catches it for the third out. Ball was smoked off the bat, but it goes right into the hands, right into the glove, I should say, of Alex Hood to retire Kevin Charlesworth. So no runs on no hits, one error, and 2 left on for Marinette. At the end of 2, it is Germantown 5, Marinette 0.
All right, thanks a lot, Josh. Additional sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio 103.7 FM include James Porras, insurance agent, Farm Bureau Insurance, and for all of your life, home, auto, or business insurance, certainly call James Porras Insurance. Again, Farm Bureau Insurance agent located in Menominee. Also, Fantastic Sam's Hair Salon, and they're open 7 days a week. Your style awaits at Fantastic Sam's, and they wish the Marinette All-Stars the best of luck here in this tournament this weekend. Also, Kowalski Construction, and beautify your home with power washing, also staining, and also painting, and call for an estimate at 715-927-3141, 927-3141. And Driftwood Sport and Fuel, located, also should mention also Driftwood Log Cabin, and they are always your friendly convenience store. They've got ethanol-free premium located on the ATV and snowmobile trails out near the Pembine Amberg area. 2 in the books here from Marinette, Peterson Ballpark, and 5-0 Germantown. Both these teams coming in to this ballgame with 1-0 records after victories earlier today, and Germantown with the upper hand.
Yeah, 5-0 right now as we head to the top of the third inning. Tom Sawinski back on top of the mound for Marinette, and Peyton Hood to lead it off here in the third for Germantown. The delivery, and Peyton Hood swung and bounced that one off his ankle or his shin, a little wobbly. For a strike one, the foul tip. That hurts. You get a little ahead of it on a low pitch, goes off on the inside of the bat, and you plant it up your inner ankle. Done that plenty of times back in my day. Fun little stinger for a little while. Just get up, rub some dirt on it, and walk it off, and Peyton Hood will step right back into the box. Into a fielder's choice back in the first inning. A second baseman. Then he was left stranded. And I'll step in there now. The number 3 batter, but leading off here in the third inning, is Hood. That's Peyton Hood, the starting catcher. Again, 5-0 Germantown. Tom Sawinski back on top of the mound. The windup and the delivery. Breaking ball a little high and inside to even things up at 1 apiece. Yeah, the nightcap here tonight. Marinette will also have the nightcap tomorrow. They'll be taking on at Bayport. The delivery from Sawinski. Low pitch, a bloop right to the second baseman who's there for an easy play, in Kevin Charlesworth. As Peyton Hood just stuck the back out on that breaking ball to get some contact, and it blooped right over to Kevin Charlesworth for the easy play. So 1 away here in the top of the third inning. And now Dan Ryan will step up, the first baseman. The cleanup hitter went down looking in the first. The delivery from Sawinski. And it looks like it was a little outside for ball 1. 1-0 on Dan Ryan. And Sawinski will wind up in the delivery again. Swung on and fouled back over to the gates. Quick ball back in coming from Travis Walk. 1-2 to count. It's 1-1. With 1 away here in the top of the third inning. 7 innings of baseball we played here this evening. That's just a 10 rule. That'll go into effect. Swinging a foul tip again. It'll take place after 5 innings. Germantown already on top 5-0. 1-2 count coming up right here on Danielle Ryan. The delivery. Slow pitch. Ryan pops this one up high in the air. And the left fielder trying to track it down. He'll lean in and he'll make the grab and chase Grabowski. Grabowski floated inside to the left and hauled it in. So foul for Dan Ryan for the second out of the third inning. And Danielle Fisher will step up. This is where the damage started back in the second inning as Fisher led off, base and ball, stole second, and scored on an error. And Fisher steps up to starting at shortstop. The delivery from Sawinski, a little low. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. And Sawinski has a call that he wants. Here's his windup, and now he'll actually just step off the mound. And they'll reset things here. And Sawinski again from the windup. Here's his delivery. Swung on a hot shot down, foul on the third base side. Way ahead of that one was Danielle Fisher. Hot shot, just a little bit foul. Even things up here at 1 apiece. 1-1, 2 away. As Tom Sawinski back on top of the mound. And Danielle Fisher steps right back in. Here's Swinsu's delivery. Slow curveball. Nip that outside corner for a 1-2. 2-2 now, so good mix up there. There's delivery. Swung on. This is popped up to left field, trying to track it down again. It's going to be Grabowski. Grabowski is there for the catch, and he puts him down. 3 up, 3 down for Marinette in the top of the third. That is still Germantown 5, Marinette nothing. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 5-0, bottom of the third coming up.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. And additional sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio, 103.7 FM that we'd like to thank include Frog Pond Realty. That would be Dave Anderson, a broker and owner on 13th Street in Menominee, and where customer service is always a home run. Again, at Frog Pond Realty in Menominee. Also, Pit Stop Quick Loop, and also U-Haul. And if you plan on making a move in the near future, well, call Pit Stop Quick Lube and U-Haul at 906-864-2426. Again, 906-864-2426. Dexter's located in Menominee. Stop on in for weekly specials and dine in or take out Dexter's on 10th Avenue in Menominee. Also, Anderson Auto and RV sales for all of your auto and also RV repairs and also service. They are the folks to see. Again, that's Anderson Auto and RV sales. Also, Loopy's 2, located just 1 mile from the stoplights outside of Marinette, located on Highway 41 across from Eric's Garden Center. And for friendly dining and also a full menu, everything from the biggest and best burger in town to steaks, roasted chicken, and more, including salad bar over at Loopy's 2. Big thank you to all of those sponsors for helping us out here this evening.
All right, thanks a lot, Kick. Bottom of the third inning coming up for the Marinette team. There's Alex Hood back on top of the mound for Germantown with Eli Cross first at bat of the game. Quickly down the count, or actually evened up at 1-1. His first pitch was a little inside. That one swung and missed by Craw. So Hood back onto the mound, 5-0, Germantown. Quick swing and a miss, and he got him down. Actually, it was 3 straight strikes called on Craw. So a quick out here to start the third inning for Marinette. 9 o'clock local time here in Marinette. You're listening to your hometown radio station, 103.7 FM, WHYB, Menominee and Marinette. You can also catch us at BayCitiesOnline.com. Alex Hood, wind up and delivery. A little low on inside, facing James Jagielski, the Marinette leadoff batter.
And so far, Hood has faced 10 batters and has fanned 5 of them.
There's a swing and a miss from Jagielski. He reached on balls his first at bat, was left stranded.
2 walks issued by Hood to go with those 5 Ks, but no hits allowed so far.
Not throwing a no-hitter all the way here through 2 1/3 complete. He's calming down a little bit and really starting to throw some heat out there. Hood back in top of the hill. His delivery to the left-handed batter and James Jagielski.
Yeah, he can throw hard, but he's also just wild enough to keep you on your toes, too.
Yeah, that delivery a ball. 1-1. Next pitch. Just missed there. Make it a 3-1 count it is. As Alex Hood. Here comes his delivery. Swung on and fouled back over to the fence again. James Jagielski steps right back up, facing a full count here. There's Alex Hood, back on the top of the mound. There's windup and the delivery, swung on and a miss. 6th strikeout of the game now for Alex Hood, and James Jagielski will go down. The second out here in the third inning for Marinette. Spencer Hipke, the starting right fielder, will step up as he reached on the fielder's choice. The delivery. Late call to strike 1 from Alex Hood. So 0-1 quickly for Hipke. The windup and the pitch, high swing on Hipke to make it an 0-2. High heat that time, and Hipke chased it to help him out. So Alex Hood's a wind up again. Here's a delivery. high curveball. 1-2 the count. Here in the bottom of the third inning. 5-0 Germantown. The delivery swung and fell back to the fence again. Still 1-2 the count remaining. Tell you what, the on-deck batters have had a workout here today for Marinette, constantly chasing the balls down. The delivery, and it's called at strike 3, and the changeup from Alex Hood to sit down Spencer Hipke. As Alex Hood strikes on the side, no runners, no hits, no errors, no one left on. It is Germantown 5, Marinette nothing. Back with the fourth after this.
And Alex Hood and Western Kentucky, Germantown cruising along right now, as Josh mentioned. Yes, 5-0 through 3 innings. And sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio 103.7 include Johnston Furnace Corporation. They're located 2 miles west of Marinette out on Highway 64 and providing service for heating and cooling in the surrounding area, and celebrating 45 years of business and a proud supporter of local athletes. Johnston Furnace, located in Marinette. Also, Country Inn and Suites, located in Marinette as well, and a great destination for leisure and for business alike. And visit countryinn.com. That's countryinns.com, and choose Marinette. Also, Value Care Pharmacy. Download their app for easy ordering on your smartphone or your tablet, located on Main Street in downtown Marinette. And again, a few more of the sponsors helping us to bring you coverage here of Babe Ruth baseball here on Hometown Radio.
Well, thanks a lot, kid. As we're heading to the top of the fourth now. For Germantown, the pitcher Alex Hood will step up. Hood was hit by a pitch back in the second inning, and Tom Sawinski back on top of the mound. And he wants to have a few words with Travis Walk right away.
Plenty of zeros on the scoreboard, but that 1-5 sticking out like a sore thumb right now. And in that 5-run second for Germantown, just one hit. That's what really kind of bites you there, Josh. When just one hit, but a series of walks and a couple of errors and a hits batsman, and there you go. All of a sudden, you got 5 runs.
Yeah, triple down effect, and when it rains, it pours, and 5 runs. And right now, Marinette, hopefully they can get something going. So let's start defensively here. First pitch from Sawinski, called strike 1 as he nipped that outside corner. And now Tom Sawinski, now back on top. Here comes the windup and the pitch. This one spiked into the dirt, well in front of the batter's box. Bounced and went off of the face of Travis Walk. Should say the helmet, because he's got a good helmet protecting the noggin. That one, they'll just get rid of that ball. It's got a good nick in it from the spike. But Tom Sawinski back on top of the hill now with a 1-1 count. Here comes the delivery. A little high and inside on Alex Hood to make it a 2-1 count. Ellie. And Tom Sawinski back on top. And here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on by Alex Hood, popped up high in the air, into foul territory, and coming back, and it came right back into fair territory, but Nick Day is there, the third baseman for Marinette. Hauls in a high fly out, tracked down, out of play, and it came right back in. But a good stab.
Yeah, it's 4 in a row retired now by Sawinski, starting to settle down here.
In the first out here in the fourth inning, and Tom Sawinski now from the windup facing Neil Hancock, the starting second baseman. Breaking ball just missed inside to make it 1-0. A good event took place here yesterday. All the teams came in. They had a busy day. Orientation at the Best Western just down the road. And all the teams met here, swung on a miss, following it back to the gates again as Neil Hancock to even things up here. Saw some pictures of that, and the field was filled up, all teams wearing their colors, and they had to bring a state flag here that they're representing. Really good showing last night.
And they also had a cheese curd eating contest. Didn't hear who won that, though.
No. Tom Sawinski, breaking ball, he nipped the corner for the strike. Nice curveball that time from Sawinski.
And 13 different people throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, wow.
Including our own Barb Vandehei.
All right, Barb. This one swung on and it chopped down to the third baseline, picked up and thrown. He got him just in time. Nice play to track that one down, Nick Day. And a good stretch by Matt Osterberg, the first baseman, for the 5-3 putout. for the second out here in the top of the fourth inning.
And Nick had to hustle on the third base line and really show a strong arm to fire over to first to get the runner.
And now Zach Jones will step up for Germantown, the third baseman. Hit a sacrifice bunt and actually scored 2 runs on the air. Actually, that was Neil Hancock had the bunt that scored the runs, but Zach Jones had a sac bunt to advance Hancock. First pitch, called strike 1 from Sawinski. Here's the delivery. This one just missed a little inside, 1-1. Here in the top of the fourth inning already, 2-away. Marinette's Tom Sawinski. Here comes his delivery. A little breaking ball outside. He's really been keeping the Germantown batters off balance. They've been reaching at a lot of his breaking balls and flying out. A little mixed up with some heat. Curveball here and there. This one swung on and hit directly to right field. Standing there making the play, Spencer Hipke. Didn't even have to move. And Hipke retires as Zach Jones. 3 up, 3 down that time for Tom Sawinski. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 3.5 complete, it is Germantown 5, Marinette nothing.
And baseball, Babe Ruth baseball here on the Hometown Radio 103.7 FM. A big thank you to all of our sponsors, including State Farm Insurance, Brent Narrett, serving both sides of the river, both Wisconsin and Michigan. Also, Cousin Subs and Piccadilly Pizza. Better Subs and Better Pizza. And now with online ordering, go to cousinsubs.com. Again, cousinsubs.com. Also, Reiswitz Insurance Agency in Marinette, and they'll be your service, or they'll hit your service out of the ballpark. Again, at Reiswitz Insurance Agency, located in Marinette. Also want to thank Lithocrafters Printing on State Street in Marinette, and the people to do business with. Again, Lithocrafters Printing, State Street in Marinette. And the Pestrigo Corral. Enjoy daily specials 7 days a week, located on French Street in Pestrigo. And again, there's a few of the sponsors helping us along here on this gorgeous Thursday night for baseball. And halfway through this Babe Ruth baseball game, 15-year-old Babe Ruth tournament going strong, and 5-0 Germantown, Josh. And see if Marinette can finally make a dent into this deficit here, down by 5 runs, and Alex Hood really mowing them down on the mound right now.
Yeah, he is. This kid's really been heating up. 7 strikeouts already, 3.5 innings?
Yeah.
And, they've only, Marinette, 3 runners left on base totally so far. Got a no-hitter going. And Alex Hood, the tall right-handed pitcher, doing a phenomenal job here in the game. Now stepping up Matt Osterberg, a left-handed batter, facing Alex Hood, and the heat goes right down the middle again for a called strike 1. As Osterberg struck out back in the first inning, the number 3 batter for Marinette. Here's delivery. It's a little low and inside, even the count at 1 apiece. Yeah, bottom of the 4th inning right now, 5-0 Germantown from Western Kentucky. Alex Hood's windup. And this is a little high and outside for a 2-1 count. Yeah, Western Kentucky, they defeated Meade County in their state tournament 4-0. They had 2 games that day at 11 and then 4-15. Won the tournament, packed the bags, and came up here to Wisconsin. 3-1 in the missed 4th pitch. Coming up for Osterberg. Here comes a delivery from Hood. And he walked him. He just missed there. And Matt Osterberg gives Marinette the runner with his base on balls. And now stepping up, the Marinette cleanup hitter, and Tom Sawinski. Sawinski on the mound tonight, starting pitcher, with Osterberg on first. So from the stretch, Alex Hood will try to deliver here with none away. And the Marinette half of the 4th. This one swung on and blooped right to the shortstop. He'll pick it up and not go to second. He'll try to get the out to first, and he does get the force out there. As Sawinski advances Osterberg to second. Well, the fielder's choice puts him down for the first out. Fielder's choice in the 5-3. Advances Osterberg all the way to second. And now Chase Grabowski, the starting left fielder, will step up to the batter's box.
Next hitter is the left fielder, Chase Grabowski.
And Alex Hood from the stretch. Here's his delivery. And he nips that outside corner for strike 1. 0-1. Well, quick count on Grabowski. And as Osterberg standing on second, gets a little bit of a lead. The delivery by Hood. Just missed on that one, even things up at one apiece. Neil Hancock, the second baseman for Germantown, looking to hold Osterberg on second. So a short lead for Osterberg. Here's a delivery from Hood, swung on and a miss by Grabowski. Chase struck out back in the second inning. And he's already down 1-2. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Alex Hood checks Osterberg in the delivery. Swung on by Grabowski. This one's going to be floating out of play to the right side. Can the right fielder get there in time before it hits the fence? And I don't think he got there, as it's out of my view. Must not have got there in time, so new life for Chase Grabowski. A long strike for Grabowski. 1-2 still a count. So Alex Hood will climb the hill back again. Has a call from Peyton. Takes a look at Osterberg, and here's a delivery. And this one goes off the back of the plate, bounces high, and Osterberg will now advance to third base on the wild pitch. So now Marinette with a runner in scoring position with one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Alex Hood to deliver to Chase Grabowski. Here's the delivery. Swung on and fall back to the fence for Grabowski.
This is the best scoring opportunity for Marinette in quite some time. So they can chip away. There's one out and a man on third.
Yeah, the opportunity here in the fourth. And Grabowski working hard against Alex Hood. Calls time, will step out of the box.
If Chase can make some contact here, then it might even concede the run on a grounder. The infield is back a little ways.
Alex Hood steps right back up, has a call that he wants from Peyton. Checking Osterberg. No one's holding him on there. High bender, a little too high. Chase Grabowski will let that one go. As we have a full count now here for Grabowski. The Marinette number 5 batter. Right back in the box. Here comes the delivery. Swung on and a miss. Big strikeout there as Chase Grabowski goes on swinging for the second out here in the fourth inning. And now into the plate will be Travis Walk. The Marinette catcher, Nick Day, is on deck. Travis Walk walked earlier in the second inning. A big swing and a miss here for his at-bat in the fourth. As Walk was left stranded on third back in that second inning as well. Next pitch beamed him. And Travis Walk will go to first with a hit by a pitch. Going to leave a mark there. A little tender. He's a little shaken up. As Alex Hood has a pretty good velocity.
Yeah, he does. And he's struck out, 8? It's not allowed a hit, but he has walked 3, and now he's hit a batter. Definitely keeping Marinette's batters loose in the batter's box.
Yeah, that's for sure. Keeping them on their toes. And now Nick Day will step into the box. Tyler Olson on deck, the extra hitter. Day, the starting third baseman for Marinette. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 5-0 Germantown. Scored all 5 of their runs in the second.
And Marinette actually with more left on base. So they have 3 left on base compared to 1 for Germantown, and in danger of leaving 2 more on the base paths here in this inning.
An opportunity for Day to try to get some damage. Nice single here would be good to put a run in that column for Marinette. As they're still talking to Travis Walk. Rubbing his back after getting hit by that pitch. A little sore, so that one's going to leave a mark. He'll feel that one tomorrow morning. Talking to his first base coach. And he will stay out there. Getting applause from the fans. And now Alex Hood on top of the mound for Germantown. Nick Day reached on an error in the second inning. And he was also left stranded in that inning as well. So Nick Day is ready, and Alex Hood has the sign that he wants. Checking Walk at first. The delivery, this is a little inside for ball 1. So runners in the corners for Marinette. And a 1-0 count. Nick Day is ready. Here comes the delivery. Swung on by Day. This one's hit into right field for a base hit. It drops down. One run is in, and walk will stay at second as Nick Day breaks up the no-hitter for Alex Hood, scoring a run. As Matt Osterberg gets Marinette their first run of the game. And now up is Tyler Olson, the extra hitter for Marinette. Kevin Charlesworth stepped into the on-deck circle. So first hit of the game for Marinette. Here's a delivery swung on and a miss by Olson. 5-1 Germantown. Alex Hood with runners on first and second. The delivery. And this one's swung on, a bloop to second base. He'll pick it up and take the runner out in Nick Day for the third out of the inning. Well, Marinette gets one on run on one hit, no errors, and two left on base. As we have 4 innings complete, it is Germantown 5, Marinette 1.
Okay, there you go. That's a start for Marinette. They're starting to chip away here. Babe Ruth Baseball here on Hometown Radio 103.7 FM, being brought to you in part by these sponsors. James Porras, insurance agent, Farm Bureau Insurance, for all of your life, home, auto, or business insurance needs. Again, that's James Porras, insurance agent, located in Menominee. Also, Fantastic Sam's Hair Salon. They're open 7 days a week, and your style awaits at Fantastic Sam's, and they wish the Marinette All-Stars the best of luck here in this Babe Ruth tournament this weekend. Also, Driftwood Sport and Fuel, and also Driftwood Log Cabin as well. And you're always friendly convenience store. And they are with ethanol-free premium and located on the ATV and snowmobile trails. Also helping us out here this evening, Kowalski Construction and Beautify Your Home. Power washing, also staining and painting. Call for an estimate, 715-927-3141. And that is 715-927-3141. And Frog Pond Realty, David Anderson, broker/owner, located on 13th Street in Menominee. And with customer service, that is always a home run over at Frog Pond Realty. Now 4 in the books here, and Marinette finally on the board there, Josh, down 5-1, and we'll see if Swinski can keep them at bay here as far as this team from Western Kentucky goes.
Actually, Kit, I'm wondering if we have a new pitcher out there for Marinette. They didn't come and check in. Checking to see if it's still Tom Swinski, but we have a left-handed southpaw up in the mine. Is that Travis Walk? James Jagelski is now on the mound.
Now pitching for Marinette, number 2, James Jagelski.
We'll try to give you the updates as we have them. Any other changes other than just James Jagelski going on the mound? What's the other rotations? Tyler Olson's on first. Sorry about getting a little slow getting it out there the best we can here. Matt Osterberg is now in center field. Okay, and I guess that is it for now. All right, sweet to see a southpaw and James Jagelski on the mound for Marinette. And the first batter he will face is Jacob Kalfish. And Jagelski, left-handed pitcher, a little bit high for a quick 1-0 count.
And Swinski only gave up 2 hits, but unfortunately that bad second inning, that wasn't just his fault, but there was a couple of errors and also a few walks in there too, and a hit batter.
As James Jagelski, second delivery to make it a 2-0 count. Back on top. So Jagelski from the windup. Here's delivery. This one swung up, popped up high in there. Second baseman, easy play. He'll have it, track it down, and haul it in for Kevin Charlesworth. So Kevin Charlesworth will retire Jacob Kalfish for the first out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Of course, Josh, in a tournament like this, as a coach, you got to figure out how to use your pitchers too, because they can only pitch so many innings, and that becomes a little bit of a chess game as well.
As Jagelski's wind up to chase Schneitenmiller. First one's ball one. But yeah, you hit that one right in the head. At this level, this is the last level where they actually count the innings, I believe, or the innings or the outs. You're only allowed to pitch so many, in a game or in a tournament, and then really that's it. The next pitch is called ball two as well, 2-0.
Which, of course, is a good thing for a lot of reasons, including protecting the pitcher's arms.
Jagelski, here comes his windup. This one's swung on and hit slowly to the first baseman. Will pick it up, and Tyler Olson will touch the bag and retire Schneitenmiller. So they ground out to first for the second out here in the fifth inning. Now the top of the order, and Bradley Wilkerson will step up. Wilkerson grounded out to second, and then he had a base hit in the second inning. So he's 1 of 2 today. He was picked off at first base a moment later, but he'll step up, and Jagelski's first pitch, strike one. So Jagelski hits that corner here in the fifth inning with 2 away. It's 5-1 Germantown on top of Marinette. Pool play action, Ohio Valley Regional Tournament. The winner of this tournament will advance to the World Series in Washington. Next pitch, a little low, hitting the dirt, even things up at 1 apiece. 1-1. And Jagelski's a windup. Here's the delivery. Slow curveball, a little bit short, and this one is ball 2 as well. Yeah, in pool play, both of these teams are now currently undefeated. Germantown defeated Bayport this morning, or I should say at 12:30 around lunchtime. They won 6-2. Marinette defeated Princeton at 2-0. This is where we are tonight. The delivery swung on and nearly caught by the second baseman. It'll roll to the center field. I'll say for the base hit as Kevin Charlesworth reaching for it, just couldn't seem to get there, and it will drop in for the base hit. So Bradley Wilkerson will reach. And now Brendan Wainsett will step up to the plate. He had a bunt single in the first, then he walked in the second. So Brendan Wainsett will step up with 2 away and 1 runner on.
I can't hear you.
Oh, we have, yep. I thought he said Matt Fisher, but I have a Joe Fisher on my thing. So we'll just put
say Jack Fisher.
Now hitting number 16, Jack Fisher.
We'll go with Jack.
Yeah, why not? If any of Jack's parents are listening back at home, we apologize, but your son is playing. And the first pitch, a little low and outside. As Jagelski looking to deliver here. 1-0 is the count. He'll check the runner at first. Left-handed Jagelski. I'll wind up in the delivery, and at strike one. 1-1. Fisher's first appearance tonight. And Jagelski checks Wilkerson at first. And the pitch. High curveball. Pitch, I will say, as Walk was looking back at him, didn't fire down first. Yeah, both of these teams playing tomorrow. Germantown will take on Princeton at 5:30. Then this Marinette team will have the nightcap again tomorrow, taking on Bayport. All in pool play with a tournament. The single elimination tournament begins Saturday. Ground ball hit the second base. Cleanly by Kevin Charlesworth. He'll throw to Tyler Olson and retire Jack Fisher. So the 4-3 put out there for the third out here in the fifth inning, with no runs and 1 hit and 1 left on. No errors here on the top of the fifth inning for Germantown. As we'll head to the bottom of the fifth, it's Germantown 5, Marinette 1.
And the third straight 0 on the scoreboard for Germantown after that 5-run second inning. And Babe Ruth Baseball here on Hometown Radio 103.7 FM, being brought to you in part by these sponsors, Pit Stop Quick Lube and U-Haul. Making a move in the near future, we'll call 906-864-2426. Again, that's 906-864-2426. Also, Dexter's located in Menominee on 10th Avenue. Stop on in for weekly specials, dine-in or takeout at Dexter's. Again, on 10th Ave in Menominee. Also, Anderson Auto and RV sales for all of your auto and RV repairs, and also service, along with full RV parts selections as well. And choose Anderson Auto and RV. Also, Loopy's 2, located just 1 mile from the stoplights in Marinette. That's right across from Eric's Garden Center. And family dining and a full menu, including the home of the biggest and best burger in town, plus they have steaks along with roasted chicken and a salad bar, all at Loopy's 2. Among the sponsors here for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio.
All right, thanks a lot, Kent, as we'll head to Marinette's half of the 5th inning. As Alex Hood back on top of the mound. To lead things off for Marinette, there's going to be Kevin Charlesworth. And Charlesworth, it's his window to play. There's a Tootsie Roll for a lucky fan. There's one. No, or sorry, it's 0-1. And looks like the ball came right back in play. This is a new catcher out there for Germantown. Trying to get you his name as soon as we have it. Either way, Kevin Charlesworth is up to bat for Marinette. Yeah. And Hood's delivery just missed. Make it 1-2. And the new catcher is Dominic Hickerson. And a big swing and a miss, and Kevin Charlesworth will go down swinging for the first out here in the 5th inning. So Dominic Hickerson making the call behind the plate now for Alex Hood.
I've got Hood for 9 Ks now. Wow.
Yep. And stepping into bat for Marinette will be Jacob Perkins.
Now batting number 33, Jacob Perkins.
For Marinette, left-handed batter. First pitch, a little low and inside coming from Alex Hood. So Dominic Hickerson, want to assume he's going in for the catcher, but we don't really get the updates up here in the box. We do the best that we can to try to get these names and numbers out to you in the correct order. Ball 1, to even things up now for Perkins. Here comes the delivery from Hood. And this one's a called strike 2 for 1-2. 1 to the count for Alex Hood. And Hood will have the windup and the delivery. High fastball, a little too high. Leaving things up at 2 apiece here. 1 away in Marinette's half of the 5th inning. And here comes the windup. This one, big swing and a miss. Coming from the left-handed Jacob Perkins for the second out here in the 5th inning. We step up to the top of the order for James Jagielski now for the host team in Marinette.
It is the pitcher.
And Hood down double digits in strikeouts here in the 5th inning with 10 already.
And 10 strikeouts for that young man having a great game. Big cut for Jagielski for called strike 1.
And you can hear that catcher's mitt popping here when the Hood fires it down to home plate.
Next pitch goes right past the catcher. A little low and outside. Yeah, Alex Hood has a one-hitter going right now. They only hit Nick Day. Day reached on base twice. Reached on air in the second. Got a base hit last inning in the 4th. And now Alex Hood back on top. A 1-1 count facing Jagielski. The delivery. A little low and outside again. 2-1 for the Marinette leadoff batter. Jagielski walked in the first, struck out in the third. Big swing and a miss. 2-2. Quiet a little bit now this evening. 9:30. A little late here on a Thursday evening. Swing and a cut for the third strike and the third out here in the 5th inning for Marinette. So 3 up, 3 down for the second time this game. They did it back in the third also on strikeouts. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After a 4.5 complete, it is Germantown 5, Marinette 1.
All right, thanks a lot there, Josh. And here through 5, I want to thank additional sponsors for tonight's ball game, including Kowalski Construction. Beautify your home with power washing, also staining and painting. Call for an estimate, 715-927-3141 and 715-927-3141 for Kowalski Construction. Again, one of our sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio. Also, Johnston the Furnace Corporation, located 2 miles west of Marinette, out on Highway 64, providing service for both heating and cooling in the surrounding area. And celebrating 45 years in business and also providing support of our local athletes as well. Johnston Furnace Corporation, located in Marinette. Also, Country Inn and Suites, located in Marinette. A great destination for leisure and business. Visit countryinns.com and choose Marinette. And one more, Value Care Pharmacy also helping out here this evening. And download their app for easy ordering on both your smartphone, also on your tablet, located on Main Street in downtown Marinette. Value Care Pharmacy.
All right, thank you, kid. As we're now to the 6th inning, 5 complete. It is 5-1, Germantown.
5 runs on just 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on for Germantown. 1 run for Marinette, 1 hit, a couple errors, and 5 left on unofficially.
And James Jagelski back in the mound, left-handed pitcher. He'll fired off Peyton Hood. Hood is swinging a foul tip back to the fence. 0-1. Jacob Perkins now playing at third base for Marinette. Nick Doyle will play short. And we believe that's correct. Can see if any outfield change or not. A curveball a little bit, we'll say outside, coming from Jagelski for a 1-1 count. Marinette started off with Tom Sawinski in the mound. James Jagelski replaced him the last inning. Jagelski breaking him out a little high and outside this time as well. 2-1 the count. Yeah, 5-1 Germantown out of Western Kentucky. Again, they had a 600-mile journey here. Jagelski's windup in the pitch, swung on, hit high in the air, tracking it down in the center field is Matt Osterberg, and Osterberg will retire him. Payne Hood, a deep fly ball to center field for the first out. Yeah, they had a nice little trip here through Cincinnati, through Indianapolis, through Chicago, through Milwaukee, through Green Bay, to Marinette.
Man, you got, 12 teams from 6 states, and the furthest coming from West Virginia. I'm not sure how many miles they traveled, but probably just a little more than 600.
Yeah, a long trip. Daniel Ryan into the batter's box, the cleanup hitter for Marinette.
These are experiences that, of course, these youngsters will remember for the rest of their lives, and one of these lucky teams and very good teams will be heading to the state of Washington.
Good experience for them. Next pitch is through the gap to left field in between short and third for the base hit from Danielle Ryan. Ryan gets the hit. His first of the game as he struck out in the first and flew out to left field in the third. Now he's on base with a 1 away here in the top of the 6th inning. Daniel Fisher steps in for Germantown. He walked in the first, scored a run, and he also flew out to left field in the 3rd inning. Jagelski, quick throw back to first, and back very easily is Dan Ryan. And Jagelski will step right back on top of the mound. Left-handed pitcher for Marinette. Checks the runner on the delivery. This one's popped up, and it looks like it should be going out to play, and it bounces off the fence on the right field line. Tyler Olson thought he had a beat on it, but needed about 3 more steps and probably about 5 more feet from the fence before he had a chance to haul that one in. And we'll get a new ball thrown in. Travis Wallach has one, and he'll give it over to James Jagelski. So Jagelski, here comes the delivery. Swing in, a sharply lined drive, Caught by the third baseman. Quick fire back to first. Not in time, but a nice stab from Jacob Perkins to retire the shot from Danielle Fisher for the second out. Nice play that time for Perkins, the third baseman for Marinette. And he smoked that one right down the line. And now Alex Hood will step up to bat for Germantown. Hood hit by a pitch in the first. He flew out in the fourth inning. Flew out to the third baseman, and Jagielski, his delivery, a little low and outside for ball one. Dan Ryan still standing on first base for Germantown. And still 5-1 for Western Kentucky on top of the host team, Marinette. Jagielski looks at the runner and said the delivery. A little outside, ball two. 2-0. Yeah, nice breeze up here today. Had the windows open in the press box. Feels great. Jagielski. Here comes his delivery, and now he'll just work it right back to first base. And first baseman can't find the ball. It popped out of his glove, and it just fell right behind him. Tyler Olson picks up, goes right back over to Jagielski. Dan Ryan wasn't going anywhere. He knew where it was. So Jagielski has it back on top of the hill. And he'll step up and deliver to Alex Hood. And Hood gets under this one, trying to track it down as Hipke, but it's well out of play, the right fielder. So he fouled that one off. 2-1 the count. He'll put a new ball in play. And Jagielski has a call from Travis Walk. The delivery. High breaking ball. For ball three. 3-1 now on Alex Hood with two away here in the top of the sixth inning. As away Jagielski. Jagielski fires. And he just missed outside, and it's ball four. So Alex Hood will head over to first base with the walk. And Dan Ryan will advance to second. And now stepping up will be Neil Hancock, the starting second baseman for Western Kentucky. Jagielski has pitched, fired into the dirt, and it's a good block that time by Travis Walk. Went off his chest pad, but he didn't know where it went, and the runners advanced. So really a wild pitch. Alex Hood goes to second, and Dan Ryan will go to third on the wild pitch. And Hancock popped this one out of play. It's actually Dominic Hickerson who was in for him. And the numbers aren't handed to us up in the press box. We got to see, and if we're up here and their back never comes to us, we don't know how to change. So Hickerson comes in for him. High pitch for the ball. So Dominic Hickerson batting for Neil Hancock. His first at bat today. It's 2-1 the count. Jagielski steps up the mound to check the runner on third, Dan Ryan. Won't throw it, just look at him. Now back on top to deliver to Hickerson. Here's delivery. High pitch again. For ball three. 3-1 the count. Two away here in the top of the sixth inning for Marinette. And Jagielski. Here's the delivery. And this one is right down the chute for called strike. 3-2, the full count now to Dominic Hickerson.
Who was taking all the way it looks on that last pitch.
Yeah, he wasn't looking to swing at all.
Yeah.
Next pitch swung and a miss. Big strikeout from Jagielski to sit him down for the third out here in the sixth inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, but two left on in scoring position for Germantown as James Jagielski battles out of trouble. After 5.5, it is Germantown 5, Marinette 1. Back after this.
And here we go, some more sponsors for tonight's ballgame here on Hometown Radio 103.7 FM. Includes State Farm Insurance, Brent Narrett, serving both Wisconsin and Michigan. Also Cousin Subs and Piccadilly Pizza with better bread, better subs, and better pizza. And now with online ordering as well at cousinsubs.com. Also, Risewood's insurance agency in Marinette. And they'll hit your service out of the ballpark over at Risewood's Insurance, again, located in Marinette. Lithocrafters Printing, on State Street in Marinette, and the people to do business with, lithocrafters. Plus, Pestrigo Corral. Enjoy daily specials 7 days a week at the Pestrigo Corral, located on French Street in Pestrigo. Also, Kowalski Construction. Beautify your home with power washing, also stainless, and I should say staining, and also painting. And call for an estimate at 715-927-3141. Again, that number is 715-927-3141. Again, that is for Kowalski Construction. Good job by James Jagelski battling back and leaving runners in scoring position, and Marinette down by 4 runs. They could ill afford to allow any more in the top of the 6, and Jagelski did close the door on Germantown, so now we'll see if the bats can get going here in the bottom of the 6, Josh.
Yeah, still alive here, and down by 4 innings, and a little something just happened with the catcher, maybe a little tweaked himself on the throwdown, but looks like he's ready to go. Maybe he just spiked the ball off the mound. I don't know. Everyone made a big noise here. The big, like something happened. I was looking at the scorebook, and now we're ready to go. Nothing going on. All we know is Alex Hood is back on the mound, and Spencer Hipke is the bat for Marinette. And the delivery from Hood, swing and a miss from Spencer Hipke. It's 5-1, Germantown on top of Marinette. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Marinette 6 runs away. That's all I have left is 6 runs. A W or an L here. Next pitched into the ground for ball 1. 1-1 the count. And can't remember Alex Hood dominating on the mound tonight. Giving him a 1-hitter with, 10 strikeouts.
Yeah, actually, I think it's 11 now.
This one swung on and hit to the second baseman, fielded cleanly as Peyton Hood, and he'll fire it over to Danielle Ryan for the putout. So Peyton Hood, the second baseman, retires Spencer Hipke for the first out here in the 6th inning.
And somebody was saying prior to the game that Hood is not their ace either, which is a little scary because he looked pretty dominant here tonight.
Yeah, he has really throwing the heat with a tall right-handed pitcher and mixing it up. Only really complaint is a little wild at times, but he's keeping the Marinette batters, on their toes here. First pitch, ball 1. Second pitch is going to be hit high in the air and picked out of the air as Danielle Fisher retiring him with a fly out to the shortstop for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down so far, and Tom Sawinski will step up for Marinette. Assuming he is now the extra hitter, since the original extra hitter entered the game, and Tyler Olson. Sawinski started on the mound today. And first pitch, this one's popped up. Easy play for Peyton Hood at second base. He'll wave off everybody and retire Tom Sawinski. So 3 up, 3 down for Marinette, and they're half of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We have 6 innings complete. It is still Germantown 5, Marinette 1.
And not many pitches thrown by Hood in that half inning, that's for sure. And through 6, like you said, Josh, and there's 3 more outs for Marinette here in this ball game. And again, the sponsors here for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio include James Porras, insurance agent, Farm Bureau Insurance for all of your life, home, also auto or business insurance needs. Also, Fantastic Sam's Hair Salon. They're open 7 days a week. Your style awaits. And wishing the Marinette All-Stars the best of luck here in this tournament going on through Sunday. Also, I want to thank Driftwood Sport and Fuel and also Driftwood Log Cabin and your always friendly convenience store with ethanol-free premium located on the ATV and snowmobile trails. Also, Kowalski Construction, beautify your home with power washing, also staining and painting. Call for an estimate, 715-927-3141 for Kowalski Construction. And Frog Pond Realty with Dave Anderson, broker and owner, 13th Street, Menominee, where service is always a home run over at Frog Pond Realty. All right, Josh, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, kid. The final inning is on tap for us here, the top of the 7th inning. And Jagielski back onto the mound, and he will deliver to Zach Jones. And Jones will swing in and foul him back to the fence again. Jones had a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning, then he flew out to right field into the fourth. Now his third at bat, he's quickly down in the count, 0-1. And top of the seventh inning right now, 5-1, Germantown on top of Marinette. James Jagielski's wind up and the pitch a little low and outside. Evens up the count at 1 apiece.
So far, 2 scoreless innings by Jagielski on in relief of Sawinski. Catcher and pitcher conferring.
Yeah, and Sawinski really only had the one bad inning. There's only 1 hit, but 5 runs scored. A walk, a hit by a pitch, a couple of errors, and next thing you know, it was 5-0 in the second inning. Since then, though, Marinette's played extremely well defensively. And Jagielski, now the windup. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's a sharply hit ball, best hit ball of the day. It goes over the left fielder's head. Hustling it down is going to be Chase Grabowski. Rounding first, heading over to second is Zach Jones. And Jones wants to round around second now. The cutoff is there, and he will stay at second for a stand-up double. Best hit ball that we've seen so far tonight, kid. That ball was roped over Chase Grabowski's head.
It certainly was, and just as we're touting Jagielski, there it is, Jones, who really put a charge into that one, that's for sure.
And now stepping up is Jacob Kalfish, the extra hitter for Germantown. And the windup coming from Jagielski, or from the stretch rather. And this one just misses a little low and outside. Kalfish walked back in the second inning, stole second base, then he scored, and he flew on to the second baseman in the fifth. In the seventh, the sharply hit ground ball to third base, picked, thrown all the way to first to get the out. The runner will stay at second. So good job for Jacob Perkins to check the runner, then get the out, working it over to Tyler Olson.
And that's just good. Fundamental baseball. After the throw over to first, the shortstop was covering third as he should, and really making sure that runner stays at second base.
And to get the first out here in the seventh inning, and now Chase Schneitmiller, left-handed batter. And the quick throw back over to second base to try to catch Zach Jones, but no call there as he was back in time as he worked it over to Nick Day. So Jagielski back on top of the hill, facing Schneitmiller, the delivery. And this one just missed a little outside. I want to know the count here on the top of the seventh inning. So Jagielski's delivery. This one's swung on and blooped over to Perkins. Perkins can't get there in time as it was well foul. This went right off the inside of the bat out of play. Or down the foul line. And Schneitmiller facing a 1-1 count. As Jagielski looks at Zach Jones, who gets a short lead off at second base. Now being held on, here's a delivery, and this one's knocked foul as well. A 1-2 count on the number 10 batter for Germantown. Yeah, the next game for Marinette tomorrow night at 8 against Bayport, a familiar foe out of the state of Wisconsin. Delivery, this one is swung on, hit right to second base, fielded cleanly, and the throw to first to get the out. It's a good job for Kevin Charlesworth to get it to Tyler Olson on the putout. 4-3 put up the second out. Top of the order, Bradley Wilkerson coming up now for Germantown. And next up for the Western Kentucky team, they'll take on Princeton tomorrow at 5:30 here at Peterson Park.
Princeton, the team that Marinette beat earlier today by a 2-0 score.
Nice bender for Jagielski. Comes a little bit inside for ball one on Wilkerson.
Of course, Josh, if this score holds up, then Germantown's going to be in the driver's seat, at least for now, here in this particular pool.
Yeah, they will be. Next pitch, a little inside for ball two. Yeah, if you look at Germantown, they gave up 2 runs to Bayport, 1 run here, so they actually, if they get a win tomorrow night, depending on the score, they could even be the running for the number 1 seed in the single elimination bracket, which will begin on Saturday.
But baseball is a funny sport. You never can tell what's going to happen.
Anything could happen. Marinette has 3 outs remaining yet. Just have to get out of this inning now with 2 away. Next pitch, a little inside, and he walked him. So Bradley Wilkerson will reach on balls. So runners to the corners, and Zach Jones advanced on that put out by Chase Schmeitenmuller, the batter before. So Jones on at third, Wilkerson on first, and Brennan Wainsat will fall off the first pitch to make it a quick 0-1 count from Jagelski. So 2-away here in the top of the seventh inning. Again, it's still 5-1 Germantown on top of Marinette. Glad you're joining us here on your hometown radio station, 103.7, or BayCitiesOnline.com if you're coming from us from Western Kentucky, streaming us online. Back on top, Jagelski. He'll swing and gets Wainsett reaching for the called strike two with the swing and a miss. So 0-2 quickly for Jagelski on that nice bender. Again, runners to the corners. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Advancing to second was Wilkerson on that pitch. Next pitch, backwards K, called strike three. And that was actually not Brandon Wainsat. Instead, that was Joe Fisher who just struck out, who came in for Wainsat. So Joe Fisher goes on swinging. That's the third out of the seventh inning. So after 7 innings, no runs on that. No runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. It is still 5-1 Germantown. Marinette's final 3 outs coming up after this.
All right, and here we go. Some more sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio include Pit Stop, Quick Lube, and U-Haul. Making a move, call 906-864-2426. Again, that's 906-864-2426. Also, Dexter's in Menominee on 10th Avenue. Stopping in for weekly specials. Dine in or take out at Dexter's, again, on 10th Ave. Also, Anderson Auto and RV sales for all of your auto and RV repair and service as well. And also, they've got full RV parts selections. Choose Anderson Auto and RV. And Loopy's 2, located, just outside of Marinette, outside about 1 mile from the stoplights, located on Highway 41, right across from Eric's Garden Center. Family dining and a full menu, including home of the biggest and best burger in town, over at Loopy's 2 in Marinette. 3 outs remaining for Marinette. We'll see if they have a rally in them, Josh.
Yeah, anything is possible here. They're 4 runs away. But baseball's a scary game, so I'll have to wait and see what happens here as we're underway with the first pitch, a quick strike on Chase Grabowski of Marinette. Alex Hood trying to go for the complete game win here. Next pitch, a little bit low outside, even things up at 1-1.
And the scorebook for Marinette looking pretty bare as far as not much ink on it here this evening.
Next pitch, a little bit outside again. To make it a 2-1 count from Alex Hood. Yeah, 1 hit on the game. Nick Day for Marinette with that only hit. Next pitch, this one's hit hard into the gap in between short and third for the second hit of the game. And Chase Grabowski starts it off with a base hit. That's one thing you can do here in the 7th inning. Claw your way back, start off with a hit. And now stepping up, Travis Walk, the Marinette catcher. Let's try to keep things going. As Alex Hood on the mound with Grabowski at first. Quick throw back, and Grabowski is there. Only about a 2 to 3 step lead. I'll get another lead again. Hood takes a look at him. On the stretch, the delivery swung on and followed right back to the gate. 1-1 count on Travis Walk. Sorry, back on top, Alex Hood. Here comes the delivery. This one swung, hit sharply on the right field line, and drops in for a base hit. And they're going to hold Grabowski at second base with back-to-back hits. Travis Walk now on first, putting Grabowski at second base. Well, Marinette, a little something going. Peyton Hood comes in and hands fall off to Alex Hood. And now stepping up is Nick Day for Marinette. Day reached on an error in the second inning, had the first hit of the game in the 4th inning for Marinette. Now the runner on first and second, and no outs here in the 7th inning. Alex Hood, the pitch. This one gets by the catcher. Both runners will advance in the wild pitch. Rounding third sharply was Chase Grabowski, but he will stay right there on the wild pitch. Both runners will advance. Now runners in scoring position with no outs and Nick Day at the plate. Marinette starting things off. They try to make it interesting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Alex Hood, his delivery. This one nearly gets by the catcher Dominic Hickerson, but good pick on his part to hold on to it. So Day with a 2-0 count, awaiting Alex Hood's delivery. A little bit low, 3-0. They count now on Nick Day. With Tyler Olson, the Marinette extra hitter, on deck. See, Olson stepped into the game. And the next pitch, ball 4. Tyler Olson playing at first base now. So the base is now loaded for Tyler Olson.
And the manager, Mark Fisher, for Germantown, they're kind of probably doing some thinking right now. How long do we stick with Hood here?
And the catcher, Dominic Hickerson, as you say that, kid, Dominic Hickerson calls for the manager to come out and talk to him.
All of a sudden you got the tying run at the plate.
Yeah, tying run at the plate. Bases juiced now, 5-1 in Germantown on top of Marinette. As Alex Hood had a heck of a game coming into this inning, 11 strikeouts, giving up only 1 hit, back-to-back hits, and then a walked batter, loads the bases.
He's issued 4 walks, and like you said, through 6 innings, just 1 hit, but now 2 here in the 7th along with a walk, and he has not recorded an out here, and working with the bottom of the order, but this is obviously all-star team, so there's really not a whole lot of holes in anybody's order.
No, not at all. And if you look at what's happening here, I think Alex Hood is going to leave the mound. And we're going to have to wait and see what the switch is going to be. If Peyton Hood is going to take them, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens as their manager is going to walk on up and deliver us the news. Wish you could send it down to the field, mic him up.
Hood has allowed 1 run, but he's responsible for the 3 on the base paths right now. We heard that Hancock is re-entering.
All right, so Neil Hancock is going to come in. And Peyton Hood looks like he is going to take the mound. All right, I'm sorry, he'll go behind the plate. Is Alex Hood staying out of the mound? I think Alex Hood is staying on the mound. Yep, same kid pitching. Peyton Hood is just going back behind the plate. And he switched the catcher. Alex Hood's first pitch. Called strike. And Tyler Olson. So bases loaded for Olson. And next pitch is called a ball 1. So with all that mess before, the only thing that happened is the catcher left the game. And Peyton Hood went back at catcher, and Neil Hancock went right back at second base. Next pitch is a little bit of a late called strike. So we have a 1-2 count here, and no outs. Next pitch is fouled off. Bases loaded. A 1-2 count. No outs.
You were saying how quiet it was before. That's changed. You hear a lot of chatter down there now.
And with Tyler Olson up to bat, this one's hit high, hit hard, hit deep. The left fielder is on the run, and it hits the wall. Off the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes another run. Rounding second to third base is Nick Day. Things got interesting here after the high, deep ball from Tyler Olson off the wall. In deep left field with a stand-up double from Olson. It's now 5-3 Germantown.
5-3 with nobody out in the tying runs and scoring position.
I don't know if it was a one-hopper to the fence or if it went off the fence. All I know is I seen it hit that Stevenson National Bank and Trust sign out in left field. On the nice run. And now we're going to have, it looks like a pitching change. So a pitching change down below after the big double from Tyler Olson and Kevin Charlesworth, the number 9 batter for Marinette, will be up to bat. As it's just after 10 o'clock on your hometown radio, 103.7 FM WHYB, Marinette, Menominee, and BayCitiesOnline.com.
And with the pitching change, we'll let you know about some more of our sponsors here for tonight's ballgame, including Johnston Furnace Corporation, located 2 miles west of Marinette on Highway 64, providing a service for heating and cooling in the surrounding area, celebrating 45 years in business, and also a supporter, of course, of our local athletes. Johnston Furnace, located in Marinette. Also, Country Inn and Suites in Marinette, a great destination for leisure and for business. Visit countryinns.com and choose Marinette. And also Value Cure Pharmacy. Download their app for easy ordering on both your smartphone or your tablet, located on Main Street in downtown Marinette. Pitching change in Marinette with their rally caps on, and 2 runs are in, Josh, and 2 in scoring position, and nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, this is really going to get interesting. A lot of fun. That's why I love late-night baseball and tournament action, as anything is possible. And now Dan Fisher on the mound, and Alex Hood will go to short. And the first pitch, this one goes behind the catcher, and 1 run will score, and now the tying run at third base on the wild pitch. It actually went right behind Kevin Charlesworth. The catcher was nowhere near catching that ball as it goes to the fence in the wild pitch. So now the tying run at third base, and Kevin Charlesworth to the plate. Dan Fisher throwing a lot of heat up there. Looks wild, though. Now Fisher from the windup and the delivery. This one's zipped and hits the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 with no away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-4 Germantown. The delivery. This one's a little inside. 2-1 the count. Kevin Charlesworth lined out. And the 2nd inning, struck out in the 5th. Next pitch, swung on and hit into the gap. And it goes off the second baseman. We're tied up here. He is out at first, but the game is tied up at 5 as Tyler Olson comes home. Scoring the RBI is Kevin Charlesworth. On a 4-3 putout, though. 5-5 with a 4-run at 7th inning. And now stepping up is going to be Jacob Perkins for Marinette. The delivery from Fisher. Strike 1 right down the middle.
And by the way, all 5 runs allowed by Alex Hood. The book is closed on him now.
Next pitch, called strike 2. Showing some heat right down the plate with Jacob Perkins up to bat. James Jagielski, the Marinette leadoff batter, on deck. Swung and a miss by Jacob Perkins for the 2nd out here from Dan Fisher, registering that one. So 2 away now here in the 7th inning for Marinette, and James Jagielski will step up to the plate. And Dan Fisher will climb on top of the hill. Here's the windup and the pitch. Showing some heat. Very consistent right down the plate again. 0-1 they count on Jagielski. And Fisher's delivery. Swung on and fouled back to the gates by Jagielski. 0-2 the count. And tied up at 5 here in the 7th inning. And now Dan Fisher has a call from Peyton Hood. The windup and the delivery. A little outside for ball 1 to make it a 1-2 count. And now stepping up. Again, the windup for Dan Fisher. The delivery. Swing and a miss. And he got Jagielski. Either way, we're tied up here in the 7th inning. We get 3 baseball on your way. 4 runs for Marinette. On 3 hits, including the big double from Tyler Olson. No one left on, and no errors. And we're tied up at 5. At the end of 7, It is Germantown 5, Marinette 5. Back after this near Bay City's radio dial.
Sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio include Kowalski Construction. Beautify your home with power washing, also staining and painting. Call for an estimate 715-927-3141 for Kowalski Construction. Also, State Farm Insurance, Brent Narrett, serving both sides of the river, Wisconsin and Michigan. Also, Cousin Subs and Piccadilly Pizza. Better bread, better subs, better pizza, and now with online ordering at cousinsubs.com. Risewood's Insurance Agency in Marinette, and they'll get your service out of the ballpark at Risewood's Insurance Agency. Lithografters Printing, located on State Street in Marinette, the people to do business with. Again, Lithografters Printing. And Peshtigo Corral, enjoy daily specials 7 days a week, located on French Street in Peshtigo. Stop in and talk to Aaron and his crew at the Peshtigo Corral. Also, James Porras, insurance agent, Farm Bureau Insurance for all of your home, auto, or business, along with life insurance needs. That's James Porras, insurance agent. What a rally by the Marinette All-Stars. 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Going to extra frames here, Josh.
Yeah, it is. We like free baseball. Going to be a lot of fun now. Top of the 8th inning as Peyton Hood up the bat against James Jagelski. First pitch, he scooted foul on the right field line. So a quick 0-1 count as Jagelski jumps on top of him. Yeah, 4 runs, making it very exciting here for the host team, this Marinette team. Breaking ball a little bit outside, even the count up at 1 apiece from Jagelski. As Peyton Hood, really, he's 0 for 3 tonight. Fielder's choice in the first. Lined out in the third, flew out in the 6th. And now that ball bounced off the turf. With the umpire in the hand, and he's shaken up, but good to go.
And Alex Hood was just cruising along through 6 innings, and then, lo and behold, in the 7th inning, the wheels come off. Crazy game.
Yeah, it is. Had a 1-hitter, 11 strikeouts going into the last inning. As Peyton Hood reaches out for that one and bloops up and out of play, make it a 2-2 count on Jagelski.
And you kind of just wonder how Germantown's going to react mentally, see if they can kind of refocus here in the extra innings.
This is the most runs that they've given up in 6 games.
And in pool play, runs allowed is a very key stat.
Full count coming up, and swung and fouled off as Payne Hood reached out on that one. So James Jagelski will have another payoff pitch coming up here. We're in the top of the 8th inning, tied up at 5. And Jagelski's a windup and the delivery. And this one's hit right across the second base for a nice base hit coming from Peyton Hood. Ground ball right up the middle. So he starts off the 8th inning with a base hit. Now bring up the cleanup hitter, Danielle Ryan. Ryan started looking in the first, flew over to left field in the third, and had a base hit in the 6th inning, and was ended up stranded on at third. So a left-handed batter facing at Jagelski. Jagelski, inside curveball for ball 1. So a left-hander against a left-hander here in this duel. Standing at first is Peyton Hood. The go-ahead run, next pitch, ball 2. And stepping up to the mound again is James Jagelski. Here comes the windup in the delivery. That one must have been a tad high. Looked good from here. But a 3-0 count on the cleanup hitter. Or Dan Ryan. Jagelski has the call that he wants, coming from Travis Watt. The delivery, a little bit high. He walked with 4 straight pitches. So based on balls for Dan Ryan, bringing up Danielle Fisher now. Fisher walked and scored a run in the 2nd inning, flew it to left, and then lined out the third baseman in the 6th. So he's 0 for 2 tonight, Danielle Fisher. And now we have a timeout for Marinette to talk things over. A little conference in the mound. A little pause in the action.
And we'll see what Germantown decides to do. Will they maybe try to sacrifice, get both runners in a scoring position, but they're kind of in the meat of their order, too, so some decisions to be made, and the Marinette coaching staff wants to make sure that their infielders are all on the same page here.
And talking some things over. On a late evening here in Marinette, quarter after 10, 8 o'clock start time tonight. Started a little bit late, but really you can't complain. You know, when you have this many games going on in one day to only be a few minutes behind schedule, I mean, that's nothing to really complain about.
And things started at 10 o'clock this morning, so full 12 hours of plus of baseball here today and tonight.
Yep.
Dan Fisher.
So Dan Fisher to bat now for Germantown. And James Jagielski, he will deliver, and this one's a little bit low for a ball. And I think they're going to wave off the pitch. There was a flicker of the lights during the pitch, so they're going to wave that one off. So Jagielski will deliver, and there's a sacrifice bunt that goes well foul. 0-1 the count, trying to advance the runners with a runner on first and second. Payne Hood on second, Dan Ryan standing on first after he just walked. So James Jagielski will climb on top of the hill again, the number 5 batter, Danielle Fisher, and see if he squares the bunt for a sacrifice here this time as well. The delivery, he'll square the bunt and pull back with a ball 1. 1-1 to even the count here. None away, top of the 8th inning from Peterson Ballpark in Marinette, Wisconsin. The Ohio Valley Regional Tournament. We are in pool play. Single elimination tournament. We'll start on Saturday morning. First game, 9 a.m. The delivery from Jagielski. High curveball and outside for a 2-1 count. And games pick up tomorrow starting right at 10 o'clock again in the morning. Full day of baseball slated. Here comes the delivery. Looked to bunt, pulled back, and swung on it and missed. As Dan Fisher to even the count at 2 apiece. So 2-2 the count. So Fisher looking to swing here now with Jagielski. Here comes his delivery. Swung and hit out of play. Right over the grandstand behind home plate. That one goes high in the air into the parking lot. New ball. Fresh one thrown into Jagielski. He has a call that he wants from Travis Walk. Again, runners on first and at second. Tied up here in extra innings. This one's hit hard and hit into the gap between right and center and tracked down and caught by Matt Osterberg. Osterberg will fire it in. The runner will advance from second to third. And as heading over there was Peyton Hood. Dan Ryan will stay at first. But advancing the runner is Dan Fisher for the first out here in the 8th inning. There's a high hit, deep ball to center. We'll have to wait and see if this is Alex Hood coming up to bat. As awaiting Jagielski with runners in the corners. And Alex Hood in there to bat for Germantown. Here's delivery. A little high and outside for ball 1. So 1 away here in the top of the 8th. Peyton Hood on at first. Don Ryan's at first. Peyton Hood is on third. Next pitch, a little high and outside as well for ball 2. 2-0 for James Jagielski. Again, 4 runs scored by Marinette in the bottom of the 7th inning to tie the game after Tyler Olson hit a bases clearing double. Then he scored on a wild pitch. Next pitch, a little low and outside for ball 3. 3-0 for Jagielski. And James Jagielski coming in relief of Tom Sawinski. And now he just walked the bases loaded with ball 4. So 1 away here. And the bases loaded, and now coming up will be, I believe, Dominic Hickerson. Or Neil Hancock. Neil Hancock re-entered the game.
There's the second baseman, Neil Hancock.
And Hancock is 0 for 2 this evening. Scored a run as he reached on an air. First pitch a little low for ball 1. And James Jagielski in a hole now, bases loaded, no room left. Hancock, 1-0. Next pitch, swung on, hit high in the air. And tracking it down is going to be Nick Day. Day will make the catch. Runner looks at Teague, but he will not, and Day will just run it in. Wisely, good job for Day to run it in, keep the runners at bay. And that retires Neil Hancock for the second out. A big out there on the fly out to the shortstop. So with 2 away here, bases loaded in the top of the 8th inning. Stepping up is Zach Jones. Jones had a sac bunt back in the first, flew out to right field in the 4th, and then had a double last inning. First pitch, strike 1.
His double was off the wall, too, so that's some power.
And Jagielski delivering a 1 pitch, curveball. Got it, strike 2.
With James really bearing down here, trying to get out of this mess here. His base is loaded and 1 out. Now there's 2 outs, and he's got 2 strikes on the batter.
And the Marinette fans cheering on Jagielski. Jagielski winds up a breaking ball, swung and fouled off. Hit himself in the foot on that swing and a miss from Zach Jones. So an 0-2 count. Bases loaded. And Jagielski checks the ball that was thrown to him. It was a little scuffed up. So he brought that one back to the umpire. We get a fresh one. And tied at 5, top of the 8th inning here from Peterson Ballpark. Bases loaded for Zach Jones. And Jagielski steps up to the mound as a call from Travis Walk. Here's a delivery. And it's swung on, and a shot fouled on the right field line. Still 0-2. Zach Jones hanging tough for Germantown. As Jagielski awaits the call. He has the pitch that he wants. Here's delivery. Swung on and missed. And then he'll just take home plate as the catcher stopped the ball. Bounced firmly, picked it up, and Marinette fights through it with the bases loaded to retire Zach Jones and get out of trouble. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, but 3 left on. At the end of 7.5 innings, it is Germantown 5, Marinette 5. Back after this.
And sponsors, additional sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio include Kowalski Construction and beautify your home with power washing, also staining and painting. And call them. Call for an estimate at 715-927-3141. Again, that's 715-927-3141. Also, Fantastic Sam's Hair Salon. They're open 7 days a week, and your style awaits. Wishing the Marinette All-Stars the best of luck here in the tournament. And Driftwood Sport and Fuel, and also Driftwood Log Cabin, your always friendly convenience store with ethanol-free premium located on the ATV and snowmobile trails. Also, one of the additional sponsors for tonight's ball game, and we thank them all. And still a few more to mention before we're all said and done here. And Extra Frames, and boy, James Jagielski has come on in relief of Sawinski and done a bang-up job and pitched out of some jams. He's been in some trouble, but he's worked out of it, and including in a big way, leaving the bases jammed in that last inning there, Josh. And may as well win it now for Marinette, heading to the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, all the work that they've done the past, inning and a half, ever since, the bottom of the 7th inning to tie it up, 4 runs to put up the bottom of the 7th, and to bear down like that in the top of the 8th inning. For young men at this age, it's quite a feat, quite an accomplishment to do that at this level of tournament play. It's pool play here after the state tournament. The winner of the tournament goes to the World Series, and the host team here, they're alive and doing well.
Yeah, with 2, 3, and 4 coming up here in the 8th.
As Dan Fishing on the mound, a delivery, first pitch called strike on Spencer Hipke, the Marinette number 2 batter. Hipke's next pitch, to Hipke, a little bit inside for ball 1. It's 1-1. Yeah, Spencer Hipke reached on the fielder's choice in the first, struck a look into the third, then grounded out to second in the 6th inning. Dan Fisher throwing a lot of heat up there. Very tall baseball player. This one a little bit high and inside to make it a 2-1 count. So with Dan Fisher and Alex Hood, both of those young men, they can throw some heat. That's what you see at this level. Next one a little low. Ball 3.
Any way at all, get a base runner and then try to advance him and take it from there. But let's see if they can get the base runner first of all.
Next pitch swung on and looped right back into the hands of Dan Fisher. Fisher will pick up and fire to first to retire him. So Spencer Hipke goes down on a 1-3 put-out for the first out here in their half of the 8th inning. And now the Marinette number 3 batter, Matt Osterberg, will step up.
By the way, Osterberg, the winning pitcher earlier today, and that 2-0 shutout of Princeton, Indiana for Marinette.
So Osterberg, he will let the first pitch go. Ball 1. A little low and outside. Coming from Dan Fisher. And Dan Fisher out of the windup now. The delivery. This one hits the inside corner for a strike 1. 1-1 the count. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dan Fisher's windup. The delivery. This one nicked the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2. Fisher throwing some heat. Kid, need to bring your gun tomorrow. Here comes the delivery from Dan Fisher. This one swung on and a miss. For strike 3 on Matt Osterberg. For the second out of the inning for Marinette, now Tom Sawinski will step up for Marinette. Sawinski went down looking in the first, fielder's choice in the 4th, and he flew out to second base in the 6th inning. And now Dan Fisher, a windup, the delivery. A little bit low for ball 1. Again, 2 away here, bottom of the 8th inning for Marinette. Dan Fisher, here's his windup and delivery. And the little inside for ball 2, making a 2-0 count. Very patient. They get the call in quickly, though. Peyton Hood to Fisher. This one swung on and hit the second base, and it goes through the legs of Alex Hood. Actually, a little blooper. Went through the legs, and it kicked up behind him. So reaching on the air is Tom Sawinski, the winning run now at first base for Marinette. And now Chase Grabowski will step up for Marinette. He struck out in the 2nd and the 4th inning, had a base hit back in the 7th. And up comes Grabowski. Dan Fisher's delivery. And a quick throw back to first, and right in time is he's back there, and Tom Sawinski, a low pitch or ball 1. Good pick by Peyton Hood. 1-0 the count. Here comes the delivery. This one swung on and hit down the third base line. Chopper down the line, picked up very cleanly by Zach Jones. So works over to Dan Ryan and retire Chase Grabowski. So the 5-3 put-out is the third out here in the 8th inning on Marinette. As they have no runs and no hits, 1 error and 1 left on base. Still tied up at 5, Germantown 5, Marinette 5. We're heading to the top of the 9th after this on your Bay Cities radio dial.
And additional sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio include Frog Pond Realty, Dave Anderson, a broker and owner on 13th Street in Menominee, where customer service is always a home run over at Frog Pond Realty. Also, Pit Stop, Quick Lube, and U-Haul. Making a move in the near future, call 906-864-2426. That's 906-864-2426. Dexter's in Menominee on 10th Avenue. Stop in for weekly specials, dine-in or takeout. Again, at Dexter's on 10th Ave. Also, Anderson Auto and RV sales for all of your auto and RV repairs and service. Also, full RV parts selections as well. Choose Anderson Auto and RV. And Loopy's, too, located just 1 mile from the stoplights, and that is on Highway 41 right across from Eric's Garden Center. And they've got a full menu with family dining, including home of the biggest and best burger in town, along with steaks, roasted chicken, and a salad bar, all at Loopy's, too.
All right, thanks a lot, Kit. As we're heading to the top of the 9th inning, extra baseball still being played here at Peterson Ballpark, about 10:30 here local time in Marinette, Wisconsin, as Jacob Calfish will be the extra hitter and stepping up to start things off for Germantown. James Jagielski's still in the mound, the left-handed pitcher. First pitch, nips that outside corner for strike 1. As Calfish reached on balls in the first inning, flew out to second in the fifth and grounded out to third in the eighth. Next pitch, ball one for Jacob Kalfish. As James Jagelski steps right back on top of the hill. Here's the windup and the delivery. This one's a little high for ball two, making it a 2-1 count here in the top of the ninth. Again, 11 strikeouts for Alex Hood, and the wheels fell off in the seventh, and Marinette scored 4 runs to tie the game. That's why we're here in extra frames. Next pitch for Jagelski, a little low and outside. For ball three. 3-1 here. So here comes Jagelski with a 3-1 count. The delivery. This one is called strike. So a full count coming your way on the Jacob Kalfish with Chase Schneitenmiller in the next circle. Jagelski, the windup, and the delivery. This one swung and hit a little blooper to second base, and easily there is Kevin Charlesworth for the catch to retire Jacob Kalfish for the first out here in the ninth inning. Now Chase Schneitenmiller will step up to the plate, a left-handed batter. And Schneitenmiller, go ahead, kid.
I say knock on wood, but it's been 6 scoreless innings now for Germantown. They had the big inning in the second when they scored all 5 of their runs. And I give a lot of credit to Sawinski for settling down, and then for James Jagelski, who came on in the 5th inning, and he's been pitching very well so far.
And this time, blooped over to the third baseman. He bobbles it, picks up and fires over to first. In time, he got him. What a play. Great job to stick with it for Jacob Perkins. A little bloop infield single, possibly, but Perkins had a good play on it, picked it up and fired to first to retire Chase Schneitenmiller. Yeah, going back to that kid in the second inning, there's only 1 hit, but still 5 runs scored. Walk, hit by a pitch, couple errors, but they bared down, and here we are in the ninth inning.
Yeah, and it was still 5-1 going into the bottom of the 7th by Marinette, to give them all the credit in the world for sticking with it.
And next pitch is going to be hitting the gap for a base hit down the left field line. And rounding first is Bradley Wilson. He will stay at first on the first pitch from Jagelski. So with 2 outs down here at the top of the ninth inning, Bradley Wilson is on first base with a base hit. Now the number 2 batter, Brendan Wainsant, step it up. As Wainsant is 1 of 3 tonight. Had a base hit in the first, walked in the second inning, grounded out in the 5th, and struck out looking in the 7th. Actually, Joe Fisher actually had the ground out in the 5th inning. Because re-entering was Brandon Wainsat. Or Joe Fisher had the backward strike in the 7th. Score sheet is scribbled on quite a bit here this evening. Jagelski's delivery hit the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count with Wilkerson on first. And James Jagelski, here comes his delivery. Runner goes, and the throw down to first is going to be not in time. And picked up by Nick Doyle, the shortstop. As Travis Watt really didn't have a good pitch to throw down on, as it was a ball nearly picked out of the dirt. So runner in scoring position at second. Jagelski's delivery hit the inside corner for a called strike. 1-2 the count, 2 away. So the Germantown right fielder trying to get a base hit here and score the winning run. Next pitch, well outside. Travis Walker was there to knock it down. Evens to count out at 2. 2-2 here. Wainsett steps into the box. Jagelski checks the runner and the delivery. A little high and inside for ball 3. Full count coming up here for Jagelski against the number 2 batter for Germantown, with Peyton Hood on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. This one's a little low and outside. He walked them. Puts a force on all the bags out there, with runners on first and second. And now bringing up Peyton Hood. Hood had a base hit last inning. He's 1 of 4 overall. And Peyton Hood swings and fouls this one off into the fence. Jagelski quickly on him, 0-1. Again, runners at first and second now here in the top of the ninth inning with 2 outs. Extra innings here. Jagelski, his delivery. Nice breaking ball. Strike 2. Trying to cross the plate there. A little bender. So 0-2 the count. Jagelski steps off the mound. Gets a new call from Travis Walk, and he'll step right back up there. And Jagelski will now step off again. With runners on first and second. And Wilkerson on second. Wayne sent on at first. Here's the delivery. Swung on and missed. The catcher missed it. He'll have to pick it up and fire it down to first to retire him for the strikeout. So Marinette hanging in there, still alive here as we'll head to their ninth. We have no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on here in the ninth inning for Germantown. It's Germantown 5, Marinette 5, 8.5 complete. Back after this in your Bay Cities radio dial.
All right, thanks a lot, Josh. And some of the additional sponsors for tonight's ball game here on Hometown Radio include Johnston Furnace Corporation, located 2 miles west of Marinette on Highway 64, providing service for heating and cooling in the surrounding area, and celebrating 45 years in business and a proud supporter of our local athletes. Johnston Furnace Corporation, located in Marinette. Also, Country Inn and Suites, located in Marinette as well, and a great destination for leisure and for business. And visit countryinns.com and choose Marinette. And also, Value Care Pharmacy downtown, or I should say, download their app for easy ordering on both your smartphone and also on your tablet. Located on Main Street in downtown Marinette. So, big thank you to all of our sponsors here this evening, helping us bring you coverage here of Babe Ruth baseball. And exciting action it is as going to the bottom of the ninth. So no 7 innings baseball here today, extra frames. And we'll see if Marinette can pull out this come-from-behind win. Great rally in the 7th to score 4 runs, and another chance to try to win this one here, Josh.
Yeah, it is. Look at it, kid. How interesting it was back in the second inning when it was already 5-0, and we thought, all right, here we go. Alex Hood is on fire, throwing. He had a lot of velocity behind the pitches, striking out everyone at the beginning. And at one point, it's a 10-run rule at this level after 5 innings. And, when you jump up 5-0 in the second inning, you think that, all right, we're going to be in for a short night. Here we are. Really, 2 hours later, we're tied up at 5th. Marinette had a chance to win now in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Another chance, so here we go.
And Dan Fisher still on the mound as he replaced Alex Hood in the 7th inning. And he will climb the hill. Travis Walk, the Marinette catcher, will step up to the plate. Walk is 1 for 1 tonight. And the first pitch, ball a little bit low. That's right. He walked in the second inning, hit by a pitch in the 4th inning, and had a base hit in the 7th inning. Dan Fisher, his delivery a little bit inside for ball 2. 2-0. And Travis Walk. Again, 5-5. Right now, Marinette the home team today, and they're the host team here. Travis Walk is swinging, and he fouled this one off over the back fence. So 2-1 the count here on Walk. Nick Day in the on-deck circle for Marinette. As Dan Fisher back on top of the hill, the windup and the delivery. This one's swung in, and it's blooped over to the second baseman, who makes a sliding catch for the out. Good job for that young man. And Neil Hancock to slide into the grass and pull that one down to retire Travis Walk. So first out here in the 9th inning for Marinette brings up Nick Day. Now playing at shortstop for Marinette with Tyler Olson in the on-deck circle. The delivery. And this one beams Nick Day right in the back, square in the back, and he'll trot on over to first base. So the winning run now on first base for Marinette. And now Tyler Olson will step on up to the plate. Had a big double to score 3 runs in the 7th inning. Then he scored the tying run to force the extra innings here. The first pitch just missed, ball 1. So 1-0 the count. Winning run on first base. The delivery. This one's a little bit low for ball 2. 2-0 against Tyler Olson and Nick Day on first base. Dan Fisher has a call that he wants. Checks the runner and the delivery. In the dirt, ball 3. It's 3-0 now on Tyler Olson. Tied up at 5. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Dan Fisher, here's a delivery. A little bit high and outside. They're going to say a nip the corner, though, for strike 1. A 3-1 the count. Quick throw back to first, and Nick Day is there in plenty of time with a short lead on first base. Now Dan Fisher working against Tyler Olson with a 3-1 count. Here's a delivery. And it's a ball 4 to put the runners on first and second. So Nick Day reached on a hit by a pitch. Tyler Olson reaches on balls. 1 out here in this 9th inning for Marinette. And I'll bring up Kevin Charlesworth.
Next hitter is the second baseman.
The second baseman for Marinette with 1 away. Here's a delivery. First pitch, strike 1. Charlesworth, 0 for 3 today. Lined out in the second, struck out in the 5th, and grounded out the second base in the 7th inning. Next pitch, called strike 2, a heater right down the plate. Kevin Charlesworth. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runners on first and second. Dan Fisher, here's a delivery. It's swung on and hit over the first baseman's head. The runner is going to round to third. Now they're going to hold him up there for the base hit as the throw is gunned to home plate. But bases loaded and 1 away on a clutch hit by Kevin Charlesworth over the second baseman's head. The winning run 90 feet away for Marinette. And now up to bat, Eli Craw, or is it Jacob Perkins? It's Eli Craw who re-entered the game for Marinette. Dan Fisher, the windup, and the delivery. Ball 1 a little bit low. 1 away, tied at 5.
Yeah, obviously, the infield for Germantown in on the grass. They got to get this. Got to get the play at the plate with just 1 out.
Dan Fisher, the delivery a little bit high. 2-0 the count on Craw.
That's all for naught. Fisher can't throw strikes, and right now Craw in the driver's seat here. Had 2-0 here in the count.
Dan Fisher, the delivery a little bit high for ball 3. Eli Craw 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts.
Here's you take at least 1 pitch here.
Yeah, with it being a 3-0 count right now, Dan Fisher struggling to find the strike zone. Bases loaded. There is no room left. Dan Fisher, here's the windup to Craw, the delivery. This one's right down the pipe for called strike 1. If you're in 1 the count for Eli Craw, bases loaded, 1 out. Dan Fisher, the windup and the delivery. Inside, ball 4, walk-off walk, and the Marinette team advances in pool play with a 2-0 record.
Yeah, 6-5 and an unbelievable win for Marinette here as they rally from 4 runs down in the 7th and end up winning this thing, as you mentioned, Josh, in extra frames, 6-5. And this one appeared to be heading towards the loss column, but no, it wasn't. It was never say die for the Marinette squad.
Yeah, 6-5. What a crazy way to finish. 2 of the toughest pitchers I'm sure that they probably faced all year. Throwing some heat. They stuck with them. They only had the 1 bad inning, giving up 5 runs. Since then, though, they strung it together, and they got the W tonight.
And the middle to the bottom of the order really did a lot of damage for Marinette in that rally in the 7th inning. Folks like Nick Day and also Tyler Olson and Kevin Charlesworth, Eli Craw, of course, coming in, drawing the walk there at the end. So, and that's the bottom of the order we're talking about. They really came through.
Yeah, the bottom of the order did the most of the damage. I mean, if you look at Tyler Olson, had the big double in the bottom of the 7th inning, scoring at 3 runs. Then he scored the tying run later on off of it was actually a pass ball, I believe, on how he scored. And then you have the base on balls in the end of the game by Eli Craw with the bases loaded for the winning run.
Yeah, exactly. And
gentlemen, we have most valuable players.
announce the MVPs for the 2 teams.
Germantown.
Super Germantown to the
pitcher, Alex Hood.
Alex Hood, who really did pitch a whale of a game and had a rough seventh inning, but he was strong for 6+ here in this one with 11 Ks, but then ended up not factoring in the decision.
Yeah, if you look at it, he had a one-hitter until the 7th inning, and then it just really the wheel fell. It was a hit by Grabowski, a hit by Walk, then Nick Day walked, then Tyler Olson had a double that cleared the bases, and then there was a ground out by Kevin Charlesworth. I think that advanced him to third. Then a strikeout, but then after that, it was then Spencer Hipke. He ground out in the strikeout, but then the error, and there you go. That's when Tyler Olson scores. It ties the game. Things just get exciting.
And how about the relief effort by James Jagelski? He was named the MVP for Marinette here in this game. He came on in relief of Sawinski and pitched 5 scoreless innings. It came on in that 5th inning and pitched just great. I mean, he pitched out of some jams, but he was tough when he had to be, and made the right pitches at the right time, and ended up getting the victory here tonight in relief for Marinette. And as you mentioned, 2-0 heading into day number 2 of the pool play tomorrow, and they'll take on a team they know very well in Bayport at 8:00 tomorrow night. And it's a good thing for Marinette. It's an 8:00 game. They can get some rest after this marathon ball game here tonight.
Yeah, it was a long game. It started a little bit after 8, and it's 11:15 now. I mean, these players, they play 7-inning games. I mean, you're talking an hour and a half normally. And here, almost close to 3 hours and a full 9 innings. This is why baseball can be fun.
And just unofficially, see Marinette with 6 runs. Let's see. I'm not sure if you have all the stats there or not, but
I kind of got them.
Okay, well, we'll let you run through the team totals then.
Well, yeah, Marinette's team total. I didn't get a chance to add up Germantown's yet, but really Marinette, they had 4 hits overall today. No one had a multi-hit game. Travis Walk was 1 of 3. Nick Day was 1 of 2, and Tyler Olson was 1 of 3 with a double, and Kevin Charlesworth was 1 of 4 this evening. So really only 4 hits, but 11 strikeouts that Alex Hood had. And that's what I had for the base hits for Marinette.
Yeah, I had Germantown for 10 stranded, 10 left on base, and they had that, like we said before, that 5-run second inning, but that was all she wrote. So that's just amazing effort by the Marinette squad to come back and 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th to tie it up, and then they win it on a walk-off walk in the bottom of the 9th here to advance onto more pool play coming up tomorrow. And what a night it's been, what a day it's been here at Peterson Ballpark, also at Haas Field. And we'll wrap things up here again, thanks to all of our sponsors for their efforts in helping us to bring this ball game to you here on Hometown Radio. Josh, a pleasure working with you here tonight, and we wish Marinette the best of luck here in this tournament. And like I said, what a start.
Yeah, what a start. It was a lot of fun tonight. It's always fun working with you, Kip. But like I said, what a start for the host team. You see it a lot that we're a team. Like say, for example, like Germantown, they know they're from the host team. We're not going to play our ace tonight. But when you look at it, I'm sure they possibly have brought him in. But Marinette hung on, and they won tonight, so anything is possible. I mean, they're proven, they're here to play. They're not going to lay down. And already 2 wins in pool play. I mean, that's something to be really proud of.
And if they get that win against Bayport tomorrow night, they will be in the driver's seat and then earn a bye heading into Saturday, which would be crucial. So we'll see how it plays out. It's going to be a fun day number 2 here tomorrow. And hey, come on down to the ballpark. The forecast looks great for tomorrow, so take in some exciting action and root on this this Marinette team as they're playing some great ball here. And not surprisingly, because they did very well in the tournaments leading up to this big tournament here. And even though they automatically got into this tournament, they're showing that they deserve to be here.
Yeah, they are definitely. They're staying with it. They had only the 1 bad inning, and kudos to them to fight through it, and not give up, and to fight back. And they got a hit here, a hit there. Next thing you know, the fans are supporting them. It's all a trickle down carryover effect. And now they have the fans, the parents, all their family. They're proud of their young men tonight, and now they can enjoy this one, sleep on it, sleep in tomorrow, enjoy the day, and come back and play some ball again tomorrow night.
And speaking of sleep, somebody in this press box is only going to get about 4 hours of sleep tonight, so we're going to wrap things up here from Peterson Ballpark. And again, a great rally by Marinette to get this victory here in extra innings and 9 innings as Marinette defeats Germantown from Western Kentucky. The final, Marinette 6, Germantown 5. And for Josh Kellner, I'm Kip Donaldson. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you for listening at home or wherever you may be. And now we send it back to our studios at Hometown Radio 103.7 FM. Good night.